Welcome to Legends on Paper. I'm Ravic Hunter, and tonight we are doing a one-shot called, maybe a two-shot. It may extend into a two-shot. We'll see how it goes. Maybe a 10-minute shot. You know, so anything can happen. Called the Kobolds' Lair. And so this is obviously about dragons, or demogorgons or something other than kobolds, because I wouldn't be that obvious, would I?
We're fighting more werewolves.
Yeah, just what we need.
Oh no!
A werewolf named Kobold.
Exactly. Damn, Gus!
I'm sorry.
You blew it for me. So let's get started tonight as we
Kill me.
play D&D! Yeah! Yeah!
Yay.
All right. So, we start off this evening in the small village of Quint. And
It's very quaint.
the quaint village of Quint. Where'd they come from? How should I know? The Burgomaster of Quint stood in the center of the common room, surrounded by a small throng of farmers, merchants, tradefolk, and commoners who called this backwater township home. And you. But that was mostly by happenstance, as you and your companions stopped at this tavern only expecting a brief reprise to rest and quench your parched throats before continuing along your journey to more exotic locales. Instead, you find yourselves intrigued by the Burgomaster's plea and the possibility of quick profit. The Burgomaster's eyes scan the crowd, alighting briefly at your table before completing their circuit around the room. You know what I'm asking? A few able-bodied folks to find out where these little monsters are hiding out and run them back into hills where they will become, before they become a bigger threat and start taking more than a few sheep at night. Come to my office in the morning and sign up to defend our community. A few half-hearted cheers accompanied by light clapping, and the urgent murmur of conversation follows the exit of the Burgomaster from the common room floor. To your surprise, instead of leaving the tavern, he makes a beeline to your table. The name's Nolan Riles, and you already know I'm the Burgomaster. I'm betting you would fare better against these foul kobolds than any of the folk gathered here. What say you?
I can find the kobold.
I suspect there's more than one.
I can find all of them.
That's what we need. Can you kill them, though?
I can find a kobold. I can kill them.
Oh, strange group of folk we have here. Why don't we introduce ourselves? Again, as always with the 1-2 shots, you all have been traveling together for some time. It's a third level adventure. So you guys know each other pretty well at this point and about find out about each other for the first time today. So we will start with Striker, Sylvan Elf.
I'm Striker. Nothing real special. I see something, I shoot something.
Sweet and short. And then we have Kindling, another elf, Wood Elf.
Whether the kobolds kill us or we kill them, we will all be ashes someday, regardless.
Wow, this is like the opposite of the Avengers.
Kindling is a
was an elf once, probably had a name once too, but now he is just a burnt husk of a creature. Very lean, shriveled, covered in bindings.
Wow. Okay. So Striker is a rogue, and Kindling is a druid. Moving on to Bug and Berry. This is getting better.
You see a little ginger-haired boy covered in like green, almost like archdruid robes, but like the kid's version of that. And sitting on his shoulder, about the size of a G.I. Joe action figure, is a little purple and green sprite.
Hi, my name's Bug. My mom planted a seed in the ground, and then I stepped on it, and she adopted me.
And then you hear like a little chatter. My name is Barry. I am the protector of young Master Bug here.
Wow. So the little one is the like even.
He's his
tempered.
protector.
Okay. All right.
Yes, this is the son of Queen Titania of the Saley Court.
Wow, that's impressive. And Bug and Berry are warlock. And one other note about Bug and Berry, played by Gus tonight. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday,
guys!
As evidence by
Another day
the
closer to the grave.
22, right?
Almost old enough to drink.
That's what I think. It's 20, of course, it's 22. He looks 22, doesn't he, guys? And then moving on to Bonk, human ranger.
I'm Bonk. I like bunnies. And hit things.
We have a simple.
Striker likes to shoot things, so I've decided to hit things.
This is a ranger without a bow.
No, but, well, I have a bow.
Oh, you have a bow. Okay.
Just
My
doesn't
understanding
have
was
the
you didn't.
string part.
Okay.
It's a bow without a W.
Which is basically like a quarterstaff,
I don't
right?
use it for that. Right, I don't use it for that.
And then we have my favorite, Kevar Retna.
Kavar is a gray-haired human with yellow eyes and a scar down his face. He wears 2 swords on his back. One appears to be silver-plated. He does a little bit of fighting, he does a little bit of magic, and he doesn't talk much.
He's catfishing in that photo, though. Wow.
All right, so I guess I'll process this later. So another warlock third level. So this is going to be interesting.
No, he's a fighter swordlock.
Yeah, that's true. He's
More level of each.
He's more
Fighter-
of an Eldritch Knight, really.
And I think there's some. Oh, fighter.
witcher.
Yeah, fighter.
Yes,
Yeah, of course we all got that.
Yes. But you do know he hates kobolds.
And he looks like our
Yes,
DM.
yes, as clearly on your character sheet noted, you're very interesting toys. So. Burgomaster Nolan, his Ryle seems to be, attracted to this eclectic group for some reason. Somehow deeming you perhaps capable of taking on this terrible threat that has created a hardship for our village, Quint. And he's asked you to help him do something about getting rid of these creatures. What are you going to do? What do you say? No, we're out of here.
Fine.
What's the pay?
Reward. Well, you can get right to that. I'll pay you 100 gold each.
And a bunny.
You're hard negotiated. What's your name again?
Bonk.
Bonk. Okay, Bonk. I know 100 gold's not much in a bunny, but if you rid
I don't know where
of all the nasty critters, I'll sweeten the pot with a magical heirloom. Sure has a bit of value.
What's in here?
It is something of immense value to a person, whether it's sentimental or monetary.
What is sentimental?
And this will go back and forth while the rest of the group is talking.
This is oddly enough almost exactly like Hal and Kevin.
This is the peak form of it. I get to control both.
True.
I would have done it for just the bunny.
Oh,
I don't need to see what you do to that rabbit.
well, there's the thing. Do you want it alive or dead?
No live bunny.
Oh,
What does it matter?
Oh, yes, anyway.
All will burn.
Just imagining Ash coming out as he's speaking.
And everyone picks up and drinks like it's a drinking game that we play every time he says this.
Oh, I want a drink. And then he slaps his hands. No, young master.
Oh. Well, so, yes, 100 gold each plus a bunny. You're all right with that?
I can live with it.
And
And the
then
heirloom.
heirloom.
Assuming you come back with the evidence that you've killed all these creatures, I would suggest an ear. Yes. The right ear or the left ear. No, let's go with the right ear, because you bring it in, it seems like I dumped it on. All right, so, see if he figures it out. He does. The right ear of each kobold you slay.
Cool. Kobold ear necklace.
But what would you like to start? Right now, it's mid-afternoon in this little town. It's springtime, so it's not too hot, not too cold. Fair weather.
Where are they?
Oh, well. Some in the hills up north. A cave, a hole in the ground, I bet. It's not too far from here, I'm sure. Sometimes we can hear the cries of stolen lambs and livestock that they have taken and butchered. It's terrifying.
Those poor bunnies.
I don't know specifically that they've taken rabbits, but it certainly would not surprise me. Or bunnies, as you say. I mean, why not?
There's just a fire in my hand that I'm staring at.
Well, looks like you might be getting some work. You get careful of things that don't need to come out alive.
All I require is 2 gold coins for my passing to the afterlife.
It did not start this negotiation. Right. Should have opened with bunnies and 2 gold coins. What's the matter with me?
I'll take the rest, as usual.
Why don't we leave in the mornings? We're not fighting at night.
Good idea.
I agree.
Okay.
I slide my ale over towards Bug. When the sprite's not looking.
No, Master, what are you doing? And he slaps it out of his hand and it goes all over the table.
Oh,
No, your mother said you cannot do it after the equinox incident.
What's equinox mean?
And the cycle will continue to go back and forth for a moment.
I just have one fingertip of fire going towards the puddle of alcohol. It's empty.
It was ale. Probably wouldn't burn.
this might not end well. No, we'll take care of your lodging for the night. Don't worry. We'll let you keep a note. And then in the morning, if you would like to go inspect the farm that was last accosted by these creatures, I'd be happy to take you there.
Why?
Or not, if you choose.
Are they there?
The kobolds. No, but that's where they attacked last.
So,
They're entirely up to you. They are somewhere north in a hole or cave or something, I'm sure, as I mentioned before, so you don't have to go to the farm if you don't want to.
So you don't know anything.
Well, I do know that they attacked the farm just 2 nights ago, and the little buggers will probably be out again in the next couple of days looking for more.
And you know they're in a hole?
No, I don't know. I'm just assuming. I mean, where else would a kobold be?
he talks as much as Bug.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
It means you talk a lot.
He's not wrong. Why don't we go to the farm and then we gather clues and then tomorrow we go find where the hole is.
And that's what we're doing tomorrow. You're a good tracker, right?
No.
I am. I will find the kobolds.
Really? That's against your character description.
My character description doesn't mention tracking. What you choose to infer based on certain things I've said may be up to your brain.
You chose to believe me, that's your problem.
Give a chimp a gun and it shoots somebody, it's not the chimp's fault.
So, shall I take you to Bryce and Troston's farm tonight or the morning? What shall it be?
The morning.
Why don't we go to the farm now, sleep there, leave in the morning?
Can we sleep at the farm?
But the people are all dead.
Do they have bunnies?
No, the farmer's quite fine, and his wife and children, just livestock they've taken to this point. That's why we need you to go find them quickly, so that
We're
we
doing
can
this for
avoid-
cows.
And a bunny. We're doing
In reality, we're doing it for 100 gold apiece.
the bunny.
and a bunny.
But mostly just to kill kobolds.
Yeah.
We must aid them to the afterlife.
The kobolds are speaking. Oh, I hope.
Yep, minus 1 ear.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So, going tonight. If you'd like to stay at the stables, I'm sure the farmer Troston wouldn't mind too much. You stay in the stables, or we can stay here in the inn. Either way, it's not far. It's a small village, so if you want to go now, we can, or tomorrow.
There's hay in the stable that might burn.
Yes.
That always works.
What is the yes for? I don't know what that means. I mean, yes, I understand what it means, but yes, go to the farmer, stay, and I'm wondering why I brought you in the first place.
I believe that we're going to the farm now.
All will end in sudden decay.
I'm glad you're not going to be in my village much longer.
I don't appreciate being the most straight man of the group.
We're gonna sleep in a barn when he offers.
Sounds like you could have changed that on Sunday.
Bold of you assuming I check my character sheets on Sunday.
Oh, Lord. So, are we going to the farm? Or
Yes.
I guess we're good.
I think most of us agreed to go to the farm tonight.
So, all right.
I'm
Unfortunately, we're
outnumbered
all
again.
neurotic.
The Burgomaster is happy, somewhat happy at this point to lead you, seeming very, almost regretful to some extent, but hopeful, very hopeful, as he leads you to this small farm that sits on the north side of town. It's only about 100 yards from the forest. You see, there are narrow fields that are lined with leafy crops growing in this very dark, nutrient-rich soil. We're outlined with fencing to contain grazing sheep that surrounds a small wood and stone house. It has a thatched roof and a smoking chimney. You can hear the sound of children laughter and a woman chiding. It echoes from behind the farmhouse closed door. And there's a dirt path that leads up to the house where a lanky middle-aged man leans on a rake, watching your approach. That's Farmer Troston up there. I'm sure he'll be happy to show you the pens that were broken into by these little terrifying creatures and some of his goats and lambs and chickens and so forth that were taken. Bryson doesn't seem concerned as you walked, very lackadaisical, and just leaning very casually. And it's at the end of the day, you can see he's covered in dirt. He's been doing some work. It's kind of grimy. The chatter of the children and the wife in the farmhouse beyond, along with the sounds of the livestock all around, and the scents and the smells of typical farm, with the breeze coming down through the forest and that scent of pine from the north coming in with it, is a very unusual cacophony of scents. And he just kind of nods as you walk up with the Burgomaster. The Burgomaster introduces you as the group that he has hopeful expectations that will track down the kobolds, destroy them so that his family and the livestock and that of the village are no longer under threat. He seems very pleased as he just kind of looks you all up and down, twice, 3 times, his eyes lingering on one or the other once in a while, especially Bug and Berry, Bug and Berry. Which one's the bug? Bug's
the kid, Barry is
the
the...
halfling, and okay, Barry is the sprout. Okay, got it. Clear. Well, I can show you where I broke through the French if you like.
That'd be helpful.
All right. You want to go now?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Bug is already running off towards the.
Yep.
She's running off in a direction,
That way.
Oh,
and he starts running that direction.
And you can see that there's an area of fencing not too far away that looks like it's been recently repaired. It's still broken down a little bit. It's not complete. And it's muddy within the pen primarily. A little bit of mud outside it and then dirt and grass that leads off into the forest beyond. And it says, well, this is where it was. Right here.
Where what was?
Where the little creatures, kobolds, you call them, Burgomaster? Yes, kobolds. That's what they are. I know that as I used to be an adventurer. I've dealt with them long ago in the past. Now, in my 60s, I prefer not to go after them myself. I'd rather hire someone to do it, because I have responsibility. Well, I get it. Well, yeah. That's where they came through there and busted up my fence.
Sorry about your fence.
Well, I'm not too worried about the fence so much as the goats they took and the chickens and a young little baby sheep called a lamb.
It's important they learn. That's all must.
Is this one all right?
No.
Oh. Well, okay. So, anything else you want to know?
Can we sleep in your stables?
He looks over at the Burgomaster. Burgomaster's like, all right. Not feeding you. Got wife and kids to worry about.
You should keep your kids inside.
Well, gonna definitely do that, looking very poignantly, over at Kindling
You should
there.
let them frolic. They must learn as well.
Yeah, keep that one locked up, otherwise he's gonna have to go back to the inn or wherever y'all came from, because it's not gonna, wife's not gonna like that at all. So, all right, well, the barn's over there. Don't eat any of my livestock. All right. Don't worry. I will have the innkeeper have his servants bring a few meals out to you, so that won't be any issue. So, there's a keg of ale, I suppose, and perhaps some whatever they have cooking on the roasting. Is there any issue with roasted rabbit, I wonder? Okay, we'll avoid that one. I'm sure he never did that before. So I'm sure he's got some roasted pork, as all inns do in these campaigns. So we'll have that part too. So you're seeing this pen that's obviously been broken into and then somewhat repaired. There's no livestock in this particular pen right now. It's muddy, and you can just tell passively that there's been some manner of struggle within the pen, within the mud of the pen. Then you can see the mud has just kind of been dragged, part of it dragged out from either back and forth through this area that was repaired in the fence, leading out to the grass, and then don't really see, much beyond that, just passively looking around at the scene.
Does it look like the livestock left alive, right?
If you want to make a survival or an investigation, whichever you prefer. What are you checking for tracks or?
I'm checking to make sure, look in the pen just to make sure, any blood on the floor, any.
All right, so survival or investigation, whatever you prefer.
I like investigation better. 13.
13, okay. The mud is pretty wet, and it's hard to really, if there's any blood in it, you don't really see any. You see a few tufts of hair. You see that this is clearly like a drag mark through the mud, and you see these small, claw footprints. 3 toes with long claws on each toe. Long claws on each toe. in this kind of like thinner, linear type drag mark behind the claws. But again, they're all kind of mixed up until they get to the fence part, where you can see that there's kind of a concerted, effort of linear movement outside of the fence and toward the forest to the north.
Seeing this, Barry's bug is going to say,
Barry, you want to go look?
and he's going to fly up about 50 feet, and Bug's going to close his eyes and cover his ears, and he's going to see through Barry's eyes and senses anything in that direction that would know.
Roll a perception.
Natural 20.
Wow. Okay. From that aerial view, you can see clearly in the stretch between, it's like 100 yards between the forest and the farm, as the mud and the tracks just kind of end in the dirt that begins with the grass. You can see that the grass has kind of been folded over, wet from the mud at first and then dried, and you can see a few little like patches that have been tamped down. But these aren't heavy creatures. But what was heavy or heavier than them anyway, was what they were dragging behind them, probably a goat. And you see that kind of moving very deliberately and directly north into the forest, right to into the trees themselves.
Okay. And Bug will like unopen,
Yep, they definitely went north.
and Barry comes down. I can see about where they were tracking, but there's more tree coverage than I can see past.
I could have just told you that. I saw them run off to the north right there into the trees. You just asked me if you have any questions. It was a dark night, but it wasn't hard to...
Do they come every night?
No, there's a few farms around here. You can look around, you can see there's a few farmsteads nearby. Mostly us up against the tree line. We've been dealing with these attacks every 3 or 4 days, nights, I guess I'd say. Dead of night they come, never during the daytime.
Did you see how many there were?
Well, there were a few. A few of them.
How many is a few?
4.
Well, maybe a little more than that. Maybe a few more than 4. Yeah,
That's another 4.
that's pretty approximate.
4.
Yeah.
Well, they still go down one by one.
Well, it was dark, so I didn't get an exact count, but I could see they were heading directly out into the forest. I mean, the animals made a ruckus and waking you up at night, and the dogs are barking, but they won't go after them. I lost one dog.
Did they attack you in order?
Sorry.
His house, your house, that house.
I don't know. He looks over at the Burgomaster. Pictor was 7 nights ago. Hayward, he was, I think, 19 nights ago. Potter and Albin were before that. I don't think there were any particular order, but I mean, this has been going on for a few weeks now. But only Albin's been subject to their attacks more than once, and that was just a few nights before that. So, I answer your question. I don't think so. Well, I mean, why would they? It seem more opportunistic. I mean, I know something of kobolds. I used to be a gladiator, and I was an adventurer for a while. Yeah.
Who has the most animals right now?
Bug chimes up.
I don't know.
They're probably gonna go there next.
I could be very well. I mean, if you were to go survey all the different farms, there's 6 of them on the north side here, and determine what they have, and maybe.
What if we kill one of the sheep, put the skin on Bug, and let him wander around the field at night?
I don't really feel comfortable with that.
Excellent idea. Let the boy learn of death.
Well, we would save him first.
He's been with us long enough. Honestly, I think he's seen more death.
I'm going to have to step in here and request that you do not use my ward as some kind of sacrificial bait.
It was actually a nice idea. All you're going to do is maybe kill a raiding party and let you go to the source of their lair. They must have a lair nearby, and kill them there. You'll never, snuff them out for sure.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps we could follow the screams of the dying animals that he absconded with.
You are a very chipper one. There's something wrong with this one. You sure you want to send him? Yeah, I would much rather him be out there.
It's gluten.
What?
He doesn't eat gluten.
I could be the problem.
Horrible allergy.
Full allergy?
I used to be happy. And I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. That's what started all this.
I do CrossFit. Let me tell you about it.
Oh, God. Unless there's anything else for me, I'm going to head back to the inn to get your meals prepared and sent out to you. Leave you here with our good farmer friend. And if you need anything, Boston may or may not open the door tonight. But certainly the innkeeper would be glad to help you with whatever you might require.
Start a campfire.
Outside?
Do it far away from the farm.
Fine.
If you do that, you could sleep on the fire and none of us will say anything.
What? There's no change.
Yes, exactly.
I wander off.
So, Bryson Troston is, he shows you the barn. It's more, not your traditional barn. It's just basically a somewhat ramshackle wooden structure with a couple of doors that are kind of rickety on their hinges, and he opens them up. You can see that it's rather spacious, probably 30 by 20, filled with hay and a few barrels, trough of water. You see there's a couple of horses inside, and he just kind of gestures over. You can sleep wherever you like. Just try not to bother the horses too much. If they start to stamp and cause a ruckus, then you may want to keep an eye on what's going on outside, because that may mean the critters are back.
Bug immediately is running and diving into the hay.
Okay.
How much shit is he diving into?
That's a good question. How much shit did he dive into?
That's a good question. Actually, not terrible. Looks like it's been recently cleaned, so it's rather fresh hay that's on there.
And he starts throwing some in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you all enjoy yourselves. Don't cause any trouble. I'm gonna go in and see the missus and let her know that everything's okay. It's okay, right? It's okay.
She probably shouldn't come out.
Well, she's not coming out. I just want to tell her everything's okay.
You can tell her whatever you want.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
Oh, for God's sake. We're locking the doors tonight, Melba. All right. Good night, then.
Good night.
And he just kind of looks over his shoulder as he moving quite considerably faster than when you first met him, and his light vehicle attitude, and back to the farmhouse where you hear the distinct chunk of a bar falling behind the door.
I'm just silently stoking the fire.
Okay. You got the fire inside the stable?
No, he went off on his own.
Oh, that's right. You're off like wandering.
I had to do it outside.
When you tried to start a fire inside, I used prestidigitation to just put it out every fucking time.
Nothing will ever catch fire if you keep doing that.
Yes.
Got a
Outside.
pyromaniac.
We have different ideologies.
So anything happening during the night that you want to...
Nope.
Okay, the meals are brought to you.
Like, assuming that I've discussed watch schedules with the.
That was my next question. That was my next question.
I do a quick trance as quick as I can get away with, and go up to the roof and set up like try to lay flat, set up like a sniper's perch sort of thing, just so that
Okay.
we can get a clear view facing north. That way I could see if they're coming this way.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an acrobatics.
Okay.
As you're climbing up there, you realize that this may not be the most stable structure.
I use my familiar to give me the help action.
Okay.
I have a snake familiar. It's
Oh.
a little rattlesnake that just hides. I have 5 familiar, man. You did not check my character sheet.
No, I did. I'm just thinking, I'm just trying to.
Like a little snake that just hides in my pocket.
It
That
comes
sometimes
out when
comes
you're
up
about
and
to
like,
fall
Can a
through.
familiar give you the help action?
yeah, that's the whole reason rogues have 5 familiar.
As a trickster.
Yeah. If not, I'm gonna have to do a quick respec of my character.
No, I don't.
It can act, but
Or if you don't
it
want-
can attack. Well, mine can, but
Yeah, but go ahead and make a roll.
Yes. That's a crit. So yes.
Got both sides of the spectrum
I
on
did
that
get
one.
both sides of the spectrum on that one.
So I mean, certainly when it comes to like picking locks and stealth and stuff like that, the help action from a familiar is not going to help you at all.
Yeah.
So under certain conditions, but I'm not sure that they normally can.
Familiar can sit close by, and as they have their own initiative, can use the help action
Okay.
on each of their turns.
Very good. But again, I think that would not be with skilled type things like picking locks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, 20 is what you rolled, right?
Yeah. I rolled a crit, so it's like 25.
Okay. So yeah, you get up there, you realize it's really kind of not very stable, but
You said
stable
it
enough.
wasn't stable.
What? No, I mean it's stable. That's not very stable. It's an unstable stable. This is what makes her laugh.
That's why he's
no wonder they're together.
All right. So, but you managed to get yourself up there safely and find a perch that you're comfortable with and stable on the stable. The unstable stable. All right. So, what's everybody else doing during the night?
sleeping.
Okay.
During the night, after a brief discussion with Barry, Bug is going to recast Find Familiar, and Barry's going to reform and reshape into the shape of a pseudo dragon.
Okay. So, what's the?
I can just cast it as a ritual.
No, I know. What's the order? The watch order, or is there one?
She's watching. She grants, so now she's watching.
Yeah. So, like,
All night.
well, if these fuckers were fucking around for 4 hours outside, then I assume I like.
Okay. You know, you do see a few hours of rest of
Yeah, I'll
trance.
take the watch while she's trancing. He's trancing.
Okay. All right. And anybody else in that order?
I'll take one. I'll take watch with one of them.
Which one? You're an elf and a human.
Bonk.
Elf human. Sorry?
Bonk.
With Bonk? Okay. All right.
And Barry will stay up with that one.
You're going to go up on top of the
Barry,
unstable
yeah,
stable?
Pseudo dragon.
Barry, the pseudo dragon.
Oh, the pseudo dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the child's
that's
not
no
allowed
problem.
here. He's gonna bring-
Anything relying on sight, smell, or hearing, he has advantage on. So
Okay, good. So with the first watch then, which is, I gotta get your names, Bonk and Kindling. I assume you're not on top of the unstable stable.
No.
Nope. I'll be near the fence line, near the trees.
I will rest near the fire.
The outside fire.
Right, okay, so
the
go ahead
time
and
being.
roll perception. Each one of you, or one of you helping the other.
Have my dice out.
Yeah. This is D&D we're playing.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm thinking.
point and laugh.
We'll get you some chits.
I was so happy it was Gus's birthday, I forgot to take my dice out.
Yeah.
I'm a good friend.
My birthday!
No.
6.
That's 6, okay.
You're
And
staring
Bonk?
at it.
9.
9, all right, so,
We got horse line. I'm lost in the beauty of the blaze.
okay, so other than the wilderness sounds, you hear nothing, you see nothing that draws your attention. And the village is very, very quiet during the night.
But I do have favorite enemy as kobold, so if it's for
course you
tracking
do.
them or looking, then I get an advantage. So.
Okay. Well, does they give you advantage on perception?
No,
I
just
think-
on tracking.
Yeah, okay. All right, so then, as the first 4 hours of the watch comes and goes, then a perception from Stryker and Barry.
Can my familiar give me the help action?
Sorry?
Can my familiar give me the help action
Well,
for perception? Like, if
I guess so. You know, I guess
thank you.
assuming it's out looking around and
Yeah.
slithering through.
It does a
The
little
grass
perimeter
will-
on the side of
Okay.
the roof, like, you know, just like,
Be a 15.
15 for Barry.
yes. That would be 26.
Wow, 26, geez. So very, very late in the night, probably around 3 a.m. or so, it's pretty clear. You know, you can see the stars that are just kind of stitched in the sky. There's kind of a quarter moon, so there's a little bit of light that illuminates the grass and the tops of the trees. And you notice that there's some furtive movement just for a moment at the tree line as you see just kind of a flicker of movement. Again, it's about 100 yards away, so you're like, this is beyond your dark vision, that you're seeing this very, very slight movement just in the shadows of the moonlight.
I signal to, like, I try to whistle to the pseudo dragon. Barry,
And then Bug instantly wakes up.
yeah. Can you, about 100 yards out, can you see where the kobolds are going? I pointed out, so I assume
Okay.
the dragon can fly quietly. Gosh,
So-
we've done this before.
He's a. Oh wait, he actually can fly because of.
Well, pseudo dragon can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, 60 feet. So he's gonna head in that direction.
Okay. So it doesn't take you long to get to the tree line. You can roll a perception if you like when you get up there.
Yep.
What is
Does it help that I pointed out where the kobolds were going? Or
well, you just I mean, you don't know it's kobold. You just saw some movement. It may or may not be a kobold.
Furtive movement.
Furtive movement for sure.
I rolled a 6 on my perception check.
Okay.
Do you have advantage because you use the sight?
Oh, you know what? You're right. That's a 13 now.
He has dark vision, right?
Yep.
Okay. So 13. And as you get up to the edge of the forest, you note that there is a thin branch. It's just kind of like still vibrating from something that just passed by, a few leaves on it. Further deeper into the forest. It's like at the edge, and you can see.
This
you'll
is
see.
about how far away?
Well, you're 100 yards from the farm,
100 yards from the yard. Okay. So
so you're a good distance.
after Barry gets there, he would probably drop a little bit lower, see if he can like peek through the path. And if he doesn't see anything, he's making a beeline back.
Okay, so you have to enter the forest to kind of, at least a little way to see
Yeah.
beyond where.
And
okay.
he's gonna try and do that as quietly as possible.
All right, roll another perception. So and a stealth.
Okay.
Remember perception at advantage.
Yeah, well, stealth wasn't. So that's an 8 on stealth, and a 23 on perception. So he's gonna see whatever's coming at him.
You see the spear.
Okay, so as he gets in there, the pseudo dragon
Lands a little heavy-footed.
Yeah. And then there's just kind of the cracking of leaves, small sticks or whatever as he lands.
Internally, he's like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!"
And then
fuck.
this seems to cause reaction. The reaction is not too far away, just on the other side of a tree in some heavy brush. You hear, and as you look over, you see the butt of a deer just into the forest.
Oh. And if a pseudo dragon could sweat, and he's gonna rocket back. At this point, Bug is outside in front of the barn, and once he's within 100 feet, Bug shouts up to Stryker, "It was just a deer."
Always good to check. Go back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm up now.
We all are.
Bother kindling.
Kindling, and he's gonna literally shake him awake.
My skin's so dry, it just kind of crackles every time.
I don't like that. I know.
Like paper.
Striker's gonna wake you up.
Too moist, I must dry out my skin.
Moist.
Moist mummy. Okay. So this is, like I said, about 3 o'clock in the morning. So are you going to stay up the rest of the evening, or
No.
what's your
No,
plan?
I'm just trying to sleep again.
Bug staying up.
I got my rest for the night.
Father got woken up.
I just did my trance, so I'm up for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Get lost, Bug. I'm trying to sleep.
So the rest of the evening passes uneventfully. The next morning, the farmer, you hear the block being taken off the door and the creak of the doors. It opens just a little, and looking out at the open stable doors, and comes out further, closes the door behind him quietly, and kind of shuffles up.
I obviously am watching him the whole time, like from my sniper's perch.
Yeah, you're up top. He hasn't even looked. He hasn't noticed. You don't think he's noticed you, is he? Is he?
Do you need me to want me to roll stealth?
No, not at this point, because this is just passive.
Yeah.
As he is just kind of, he rolled a 2, so no. Walking up a little bit closer, but about, I don't know, 10, 15 feet away from the opening to the stables, he stops, just kind of peers in. All still in there.
Bonk is gonna burst through the doors. He's gonna say, "They're dead! They're all dead!"
What's dead? What's dead?
I'm just kidding with you.
Shit. With you.
For the first time since you've met me, I look excited for a moment.
You're like, are you still outside? So he didn't even notice you. He's like walking by, focused on the table, wherever you are.
I was melancholily just looking at the put out flame, the thin trail of smoke, just silently standing
He's
there.
like, oh, I didn't see you over there. It's a crazy one. Shit. All right. Y'all just go. All right, go on. Go after them kobolds. Get them all. Kill them.
That's the plan.
All right. Well, off to it. And he just starts to back slowly toward the farmhouse.
Smart
where
man.
He grabs his hoe and just leans on it, almost in the same picturesque appearance as when you first walked up.
Not nice to talk about your wife that way.
He's confused. What?
I think he's literally an NPC.
Yeah, this is like the NPC resuming its starting quest information.
I'm a Red Dead Redemption 2 NPC. I'm not building railroad track. I stand in front of my house.
Did the kids
That's where he'll
start
be when
playing?
you come back.
Did the kids start playing in the same cycle as when we first walked up?
So, Bonk. Yeah, where are these kobolds? Where'd they go?
Let's fight.
North.
Head north. Yeah, that way.
So before we get started into the forest, I want to get everybody's passive. Kevar.
13.
13, bonk.
Where is it here? 16. 16.
Bug and Barry.
It would be 12 passive.
12 for which one?
Passive perception?
Yes.
Or for bug.
Okay. And does Barry have a separate one?
He does, but it's
It's only good for 1 minute.
I don't remember how to calculate it off the
Right.
top of my head. It doesn't have it on his card.
Does it have a wisdom bonus?
+2, +1.
+1? And
Advantage with. Oh, but that's on checks. Yeah.
okay, so what, 11 probably?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Kenley
15.
and Striker.
16.
Okay. All right, so is there any particular marching order you guys want to be in?
I would like to try to, I was going to try to scout ahead a little bit, just not very far because she's the one who's telling us where the fuck we're going. But try to be like 15 feet ahead.
Okay.
Stealth.
So the forest is not crazy thick. I mean, it's more of your typical forest, and so
Massive
you've
but
got
wild.
a few rocks and boulders here and there. Outside of the forest, you can see that in the distance are the elevations of mountains and crags and so forth they're quite high, covered in breaking the clouds as high as they go. So the forest is not so thick that you can't see 20 feet ahead of you without, so that puts Striker 15 feet ahead.
How are you going to walk ahead of the tracker?
Like 15 feet ahead is just like That's just enough to be like up to the side. So it's more like I'm just checking for any traps that are in the area. Like she's going to still lead the direction, but it's like, you know.
I'm gonna say that way,
Like
not that way.
I mean, I can clearly see which way you're going.
Colder.
You won't be able to because I hopefully will be
Warmer.
able to well stealth.
So that put Bonk next in
Yes.
the turn. Okay, and then who's after?
Kavar will be right up front by Bonk.
Okay, are you guys walking side by side or?
Sure
are
we
going?
are.
Okay. All right, and then who's behind Bonk and Kevar?
Bug, and then Barry is up in the sky, about 60
Okay.
feet up.
And who's walking beside? Are you gonna walk behind or next to Bug?
I'm walking next to Bug.
Okay. Okay. So
We
yeah,
have similar energies.
yeah, you guys are obviously. Wow. Okay.
Is it in the hope that you'll burn him alive if he gets too close?
I like sandpaper, and he basically is.
So you can move. You can try and move yourself as you want, unless you have the ability that allows you to move at your full movement at stealth, then you'll be going half speed.
Yeah, but I don't have a ability that specifically says that I can do that.
Okay.
But if we're going with turn order, then I'm just going to say one action is stealth, one action to hide, and then bonus action, cunning action, dash.
Okay.
So functionally, I'll be moving at 30 feet.
Okay. And so, and you're gonna want to, and you're stealthing.
Yes. Can
Okay.
I use my familiar to give me the help action?
On stealth, no.
Okay, that's.
I don't know how that would help.
I'm going to ask.
Yes. So what is your
It could help.
stealth?
Yeah, a snake, it just like wraps itself around anything's eyes that's trying to find her.
It wraps itself around your eyes. So you
My
can't,
eyes,
you
yeah,
can't see
yeah.
itself.
See what dice you
30 kobolds out there. I don't think you can like.
Quick, roll the
There are
D100.
30 of them.
Yes, that's a crit
Another crit?
on stealth.
You want
Okay.
to trade dice?
No.
I'm not gonna make
burning
you.
them all.
I'm not gonna make you roll
I can tell.
stealth all the time. I just once in a while I'll ask you for
Yeah.
it. And the rest of you just coming up behind. So
I vanish.
yeah.
We hit the tree line and I'm gone. It's like what Dakir wishes would happen.
So more importantly is with Bonk, and as you guys get up to tree line, it's fairly easy with your 16 passive Bonk, where they enter the tree line and then go into the forest. And you can follow it a little bit for quite a while, actually, in through the forested area. You just gonna stay on the trail, or any other?
I'm just going for this kobold.
Okay.
Not waste any time.
All right. So go ahead and roll a survival.
And I have advantage on that.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, they were both twos. I'm shitty at my job. 8.
8? Okay. All right. So, for a while late that morning, you feel like you've gotten off track a bit, as you're not quite seeing the tracks as easily as you saw them previously. And you start to wonder whether or not you may have lost them entirely. So, at this point, what are you going to do?
I might have lost them entirely.
We lost again.
We're lost again.
Oh no!
And you hear in the distance, almost like mimicking.
Oh,
Somewhere ahead of you in the distance, almost mimicking what you just did.
And Bug's gonna immediately do it again.
guys, there's dogs.
I get a bit closer, bow drawn.
Closer to the group,
No, closer to whatever the fuck this thing is.
off in the distance. So roll perception if you want to try and determine where it is.
18.
18, okay. So you can tell that it's coming from a distance of probably maybe between 60 and 100 yards through the forest ahead of you.
Can I see it?
You don't see anything,
But I hear it.
but you heard it when it was.
So it's like almost 200 feet away at like least. Okay.
Yes. So it's just like yes, through the trees somewhere in the distance.
Can we roll a knowledge?
Sure.
See if we identify this
We
nature?
can call it a history or a nature.
Can I roll intelligence checks to see if I know kobold?
A history
can
or
do
a
that?
nature? Nature really is what it is.
I've never heard of a Wendigo.
Okay, nature. 12.
12. Okay.
I'll join that 12.
Okay. So
We got good company.
a lot of uncertainty as to what
Werewolf.
the hell this was.
Do I get advantage on that intelligence check?
Yeah, Bug, get a roll for shits and giggles. No, he doesn't know anything.
No.
Does Barry?
Intelligence checks to recall information about
He
kobolds.
does, but he can't currently speak.
So
Do I recall if they do that?
She has advantage on knowledge about kobolds. So does she roll her nature with
no,
advantage?
this is more. Yeah. You don't get the impression this is a kobold.
not a kobold
This
thing.
is some creature.
No.
So Lucratus.
Some creature with skull and antlers.
Would you roll?
5.
5. Okay, so none of you have any fucking clue what this is. It's just this odd, forlorn,
It's like, oh, the Wendigo on my birthday last year.
repeating of what was a bug that they kind of howled for a moment. Yeah.
As it gets closer, still off to the side, bow drawn.
You're gonna continue forward.
Oh, I'm gonna
Okay.
continue forward.
Go ahead and roll a stealth.
Awesome. I hate it. That's a 24.
Okay, and then give me 2 more stealths.
It probably ate Striker.
Now, what are the rest of you doing?
That's a 25, and that is a 22.
Okay. Now, what are the rest of you doing if she has like disappeared into the forest? You have no idea what she's doing.
I would assume
you
the
haven't-
ranger's trying to find us a path, but I don't know.
Yeah, Bug is asking Barry in his brain if he can try and see if he can kind of point us back to the right direction.
I'm gonna be very frank.
Well,
These guys have not
can
seen
I
me
roll to
with
try and get on the
line.
And then you can roll survival as you're just kind of like patrolling the area. Is that what
Better.
you're doing?
So that would
Bonk?
be
That's 16.
16.
They're
19 on the perception.
Calling it.
So between the two of you, you're kind of off in the distance, stealthing through the forest, looking for this sound. Between the two of you, you kind of discovered that you were off a little bit of track, but as you kind of look more toward the east, toward the west, you're able to pick up the tracks once more. But it's going off in a different direction than Striker has gone currently.
Okay.
Where'd Striker go?
You haven't seen me the entire
werewolf
time
ate
in the
her.
forest.
You have to go save her. Save him.
Him? Her?
I don't care.
Them.
Dead.
We need to go save them.
It's dead.
It's dead?
If I see the party vanishing in the background,
You don't because you stealthed off
Yeah, I
200
did.
feet
Yeah,
that way.
no,
I
like
wasn't
just
sure how
decided
far
to go
away.
like 180 feet away at this point.
well, no, you said it was. Well, you made me roll 3 stealth checks. I wasn't sure how close I was getting.
Yeah, so you're effectively moving, well, 30, you're 30, 90 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and you can only see like 20, 30 feet, through the forest, so you're
You come
way
back,
too far away to see
The
that.
Wendigo ate us all.
Well, does this thing look like a threat?
Now, if you want to roll a perception to kind of hear,
No.
okay, so you're not aware of what they're doing. They found the tracks, they're looking around, they're like, whatever.
Well, we know Striker's walking ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah,
Keep
you guys
going.
are good. Don't worry about it.
Keep going.
Do you all feel that?
I'm just going on a side quest.
So you're going to follow her track?
Wow.
Or her track? Or,
I know she's sneaking away from us.
Exactly. Okay, so,
Hey, don't like kill me.
Let her get idiots, okay?
That's what's going on.
We don't even know what direction she went.
Yeah.
That's the
well,
problem.
I mean, you have an idea that she was heading linear.
No, she was hiding the whole time.
That's
I've
true.
been
That's true.
invisible in the forest the whole fucking time.
But she's not more than 100 feet away from us.
As far as we know, she just decided to fuck off when we set off.
I feel
But I can
death's
cast,
breath
I
on
can
our
cast
necks.
thunderclap and call her back. She could hear that for
You
100
guys, in
feet.
case you're curious, I'm pretty sure this has happened every fucking time we've ever tracked something. I just shoot something out of the corner whenever fights happen, and you guys don't know where it comes from. It's like, we're here the whole time. Did you take a vacation? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
I'm surprised she ever comes back.
So, I mean, you can continue on if you like.
Can I get an idea of what, like, is this thing coming towards us?
It's a
You haven't heard it again. You have not heard any it only held twice when in response to Bug. So
Can I do another just check to see if that thing's nearby?
if you want to continue stealthing,
I mean,
Or
like,
do you want to
from our-
howl?
or you want to, how do you want to try? Are you trying to get his attention or
Well, I don't
whatever
know
it might
what
be?
it, like,
Why?
I wasn't sure if I got closer, if I could have an idea of what,
Maybe.
if I see it.
Maybe. But again, you're still not precisely sure how close it is. So you can continue stealthing up if you want. If you want to. It's up to you. You're 90 feet away from the party right now as they're getting ready to Well, you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you would probably no. You have no fucking idea.
Well, I mean, I heard them fucking around saying that they don't know where the path was, so I figured I had time. All these dipshits were figuring
Around
out.
this point, you hear Bug go off in the distance.
Okay.
Yeah, valid.
All right. So once again, you hear the call back.
Hey, how close is
It
this
sounds
thing?
very nasally, and at this point, it seems like you're about half the distance to where it was from the party.
The Demogorgon.
Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. Head back towards where the party was.
Okay.
I think we kept going.
We did, yeah.
We definitely kept going once we found the track.
So yeah, you can.
Yeah, so I'll just like.
So you gotta find out.
Well, hold on. Who's wearing
not quiet.
medium armor or heavy armor?
Very quiet.
Anybody wearing armor?
I'm wearing armor.
Every
shirt.
time you step,
Okay.
I have mithril half plate
Yeah.
armor.
Mithril, I think, is a.
it
is-
gets rid of the disadvantage, right?
Yeah, I think it's more of a lighter.
Yeah.
Mithril gets rid
like
of the
vinyl.
disadvantage of stealth.
So
It's like
Right.
vinyl.
So it's really you're the
Keep
only
quiet.
one. Okay, the rest of you don't have any heavy armor on.
No.
Or medium. So
and I'm just wearing a shirt.
Light.
roll a perception at advantage as you kind of head back to the party.
That's not great, but it's a 15.
Okay. It's enough that you're able to kind of pick up you detect the sounds of movement and chatting and clink and clunk and whatever.
And occasionally the kid howling at the thing in the distance.
And now so the thing is, it seems like it might be moving because now it's still ahead of you, but it seems like it's moving. You believe from right to left of the direction that you're heading.
So it's like kind of tracking ahead a little.
It could be. It could be.
Moving kind of in parallel with us.
Not parallel, but more. It's way in the distance, so maybe perpendicular.
Oh.
Is it moving like to an intercept course?
Maybe.
Or
Who knows?
Bug.
It's just too
I
far
don't know.
away.
can we do a parabolic inference based off of the circular
Oh
path?
my god,
of this
let's
thing?
break out the graphing calculator.
Yeah.
We'll be that kind of nerd.
You really think we're that kind of party?
Anyone has to have a
I
map
think that-
maker's kit.
I think
Get your
Striker-
compass.
I'll do the calculus.
Get your compasses out, everyone.
I need my abacus.
So, is there any discussion about?
I have fun.
Okay.
The only discussion is Kavar will tell Bug to quit making noise so we can sneak up on the kobolds.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's like an echo. It's fine.
As we get a bit closer, I like pick up the pace a little bit, so drop out of stealth as I get close to the party.
I hear something.
Okay, so we'll assume you make it back. Yeah. As you see Striker come out.
We thought you were free of this mortal coil.
Yeah. So stop howling to that thing. It seems to be following us.
I just want to have fun, and now everybody's telling me I can't do what I want to do to have fun.
Hey, you'll have fun when we get to the kobolds and shit kicks off, because it'll kick off because we're not quiet or stealthy.
Promise?
Oh, I promise. You stay up front with Bonk. You'll have a lot of fun.
I'm gonna send them to my mom.
And a moment of darkness from Bug.
He's a creepy kid.
Wow, there's a lot of creepy stuff going on here.
A lot of weird
You
shit.
got some dark places you guys have been to and
Why I let him drink.
bring it out in our games here. So remember, it's a game. Okay.
Sacrifice Ravik after.
No, we'll sacrifice those cupcakes. So now that you've regained the group, are you back in your normal order of movement?
After that, I drop back into stealth.
Okay, all
You
right.
let me.
Yeah, you can roll a stealth.
I don't. It's lower than usual. It's only a 20.
Okay. So within half an hour, you come across a slight abbreviation of the wooded area where it's still wooded, but you're seeing more boulders, you're seeing a few more rocks, almost like a natural glade, maybe 40, 50 feet across from one end to the other in the direction that you're heading, and maybe a little narrower on the left and right. The tracks kind of run through this area and around these two large boulders, and then off into the forest as far as you can tell. At least that's the direction that they're heading. Go ahead and roll a survival, because I shouldn't even have told you that before you roll a survival, but fine.
That is a 19.
Thank God for advantage.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so you're kind of 15 feet ahead at this point. Roll another stealth, Striker.
Yes, that's a crit.
Okay. Wow, we get a lot of crits tonight.
Don't worry, I'll make up for it later.
Wow.
It's because we're not in combat.
Yeah, it's because we're in the fuck around part. We haven't found out.
The unimportant part.
Because Camille bought weighted dice on Amazon.
I was gonna say, like,
come
the
on.
average is just flipped around 100%.
Come on, you've seen me roll as Kiva.
I don't know.
So
He was
the
hurt.
rest of you are kind of coming up on the clearing. You're noticing the track setting off through the glade and around the boulder. Your eyes pass over these gray boulders that have clearly been standing here for centuries. But they shift back quickly as you realize mainly Striker and Bonk may be kindling that one of the boulders shifted. Did it move? That's impossible. Then as you watch, the thing you thought was a boulder seems to unfold and rise. And now you realize that this boulder is not a boulder, has a texture of coarse gray hair and a lighter underbelly, two huge appendages that end in long claws reaching and grasping, and a head with tufted ears, large angry eyes, and a beak-like mouth clacking and howling with hunger as it lunges forward towards you. And you can see that in its mouth is a small little, like, femur bone with a little bit of sinew, and you can see the recent blood over the bottom of his beak. And we're in initiative.
I should.
Now, you're stealth.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in a minute, but go ahead and roll initiative.
Cool.
And as you're rolling initiative, I'm going to bring out a map.
Ooh, I got it. Yeah, there we go. There we
The
go.
cupcakes will have to go.
Can I have one before they?
We have vanilla and chocolate.
Whichever one's closest to you.
Should pick the furthest one.
Oh, the pink one, please.
Pink is for you, because you're a girl.
I had one.
That's
or two.
Texas.
Thing.
I've subscribed to that, though. That's okay.
We're good with misogyny.
Yeah, my pronouns are make me.
Oh.
You like being forced, okay.
All right.
Right.
I don't think
sure
you're
that's
allowed
what
to say that. I don't think you're allowed to say
You're gonna
that.
I'm sure that's what you tell yourself.
Really?
What?
Do I come off that way? Or do I come off like the victim in that equation?
Well,
That's what my wife tells me.
I mean, I've met her.
TMI. Okay.
You come off like getting married was an accident.
Well,
I didn't have a choice in the matter.
It was one of those weddings.
Well. Okay, so we're going to put you over
I'm gonna
here.
marry my daughter.
Let me get.
Oh,
Let's get us
We're gonna cut
on the
this.
map here. Yes, you guys are going to be 15 feet behind Striker.
Which direction is behind?
yeah.
Well, this would be behind this side. This is where you guys are kind of coming through the clear. So put yourselves in order as you like here.
Leave me room next to you.
am I the one with the ferret on my shoulder?
Well, if you quit moving stuff,
I don't know.
There?
now you broke your tree.
Yeah, it's not broken.
It's called the tree fell down. It's from the knoll.
Oh, and then Barry's up in the sky.
Oh yeah, we need your pseudo dragon. Let's see if we can.
If you have a fire elemental over there, we might need that
Pseudo
later.
dragon.
Yeah.
I have a dragon.
Great.
I have a
Just
big
use
dragon.
what we use for Chama.
Remember, it's called Burning Man.
I have pseudo dragons.
get it.
Just did
Thank
not
you.
prepare for a pseudo dragon.
I haven't tried the camera yet.
Oh, those look so pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
What are they for?
I don't know. These are lines. Maybe I have something to do with that.
Summon beasts.
Maybe.
Okay. I'll get you the proper.
Maybe I can polymorph at level
We're gonna
3.
use this as a pseudo dragon for now.
You boys.
Well, you could
And-
polymorph at level 3 if you were through it.
Yeah, that's not polymorph.
Well, it's not polymorph, you're right. Sorry. I heard
That's
shape.
specifically polymorph.
All right,
I
here's
did
a
not-
creature that is now
Is that a hook one?
come versus this, my friend,
Oh, even grosser.
is what a bugbear, an owlbear should look like.
Ah.
An owlbear Old school.
Huh.
Oh fuck.
Like very old school.
Yes, yes, this is what they originally looked like, which is really cool that I could find one. And this is what you're faced with. Now, it hasn't, go ahead and put yourself behind the rock, Striker, because it hasn't noticed you, and that just seems to be a little bit more logical in terms of, what the expectation would be here. And a little bit of green lighting going.
Do I get a shot at it before initiative since I...
Yes, you will. So because you're stealth, well, actually you're in a hidden position. So it's still going to go on initiative, but you get to attack from hidden position.
Sure, cool.
Anyway, what do we roll in terms of initiative? Anybody over 20?
21.
21. Okay, that's kindling.
I'm letting you guys go first.
Okay, anybody over 15?
Bug got a 16. Or sorry, Bug got a 17.
17. Okay. Anybody else over 12?
13.
Barry got a 13.
Okay.
I got
Dexterities. You got a 13 too?
I got a 12,
12. Okay.
so I go last.
His dex is 15 right now.
17.
I'd hoped that as
15.
that I would be free of the
Okay.
curse.
So then it's going to be
K-bar.
Kavar, Bonk, and then Barry. And then it's going to be Striker, right?
Yep.
Striker managed to get. Okay, well, you are in a, as I said, you're in a stealth position, so it's not looking at you, it's looking at the others beyond you.
Yeah, I
So-
don't exist.
It's looking right at me.
Yeah, so
Or
you're,
you guys can't see me either.
yeah, although you're hidden in your stealth, it doesn't affect your initiative, except that when you do attack, you'll be attacking from a hidden position.
Yep.
So, the creature itself, let's get a better map view.
Did the other boulder also stand up, or did you remember we're only 3rd level?
I was going to have them all stand up, and then, yes, I remembered we're only 3rd level, so I only got 2. No, just the one, as far as you know, for now.
As far as we know.
Yes, so, all right. So he's kind of growling. I mean, it looks like you've interrupted his meal, and he had just sat down to finish. And he's coming around, standing up from where he was in that position next to the rock, coming towards you. What are you guys going to do? Kinley.
Rejoice, friends! Our reckoning has arrived.
And I'm going to just wreathe my hand in flame as I cast Produce Flame and shoot it at the owlbear for an 11.
11 miss, as its natural armor repels the attack.
Does it hit a tree or anything?
Nope.
Fine.
But the chipmunk that was jumping off the tree, that was afraid,
Yeah.
from everything going on, it hits that, it makes a squeak, and it immediately just combusts.
Yes, all must join Cinder.
Are you happy?
Yes. That's all I needed.
Okay. That's it from kindling then?
Yep.
Not moving? You're going bug?
Bug is going to immediately stop, and he's gonna throw it, start waving his hands in front of his face and cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
Okay.
And he's going to
You do the
10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to get to there.
Okay.
He's lightly obscured, and that's what he's got for his turn right now.
All right, Kibar.
I will cast a cantrip and create a bonfire under the owlbear.
Okay. You get the range to do so?
Yep, 60 feet.
Okay.
Dexterity save at 12.
Okay. So is that like a 5 foot?
That's a 5 foot cube
Okay,
of
so
fire.
you can go ahead and put one of those flame markers underneath him or next to him.
Good, Kavar. Good.
So does he has to end his turn there though, doesn't he?
It takes damage if it doesn't make it save, and then if it ends its turn there, it
has to make
takes
a
more
save?
damage.
Okay, what's the
Yeah,
save?
Dex at 12.
Okay. No.
3 points fire.
Okay. So it kind of roars and rears up with the flames that are suddenly appearing underneath it, singeing its underbelly. 3 points. Okay. Anything else from Kivar?
I will draw my swords and wait.
Okay, and then we have Bonk, the boneless ranger.
I am going to cast a cantrip as well. I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Which cantrip are you going to...
Shillelagh.
Okay, all right. So you're casting that on your quarterstaff?
On my quarterstaff.
Gotcha.
And then I am
Can
also...
you do that as a bonus action, or is that an action?
This Shillelagh's the bonus action
Okay.
where you could attack.
You're too far, though, to attack, I think.
You can't close distance though.
Hey, you can get up closer so I can attack you easier if you want.
Run like you're being chased by a werewolf.
I don't want to get too close, though.
Run, Forrest.
Cute.
Run, Forrest, run!
So I can't cast it until after I attack?
No, you can cast it anytime.
Okay. Yeah. And then I'm just going to wait.
You can wait? Okay. Are you holding an action, or are you just, like, waiting?
I'm going to hold my action until he starts moving towards us.
To... If he gets in range, hit him? Is that what you're...
Correct, yeah.
Okay. All right, and Barry.
Barry has 60 feet of fly speed. He's about 50 feet up right now.
Okay, do we have a elevation marker there?
Oh, perfect.
You get the elevator.
This is set to 50. So from about here, just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
We also have the smaller ones if we just want to assume 50.
Yeah, let's get a smaller one.
Yeah, so it's just no problem.
Alrighty.
If he changes elevation, just let me know.
And he is going to, we'll just say he's 20 feet above.
20 feet? Okay.
That's his full movement.
Well, 20 feet is about as tall as that owl bear.
No. Like maybe 10.
Is that it for Barry?
That's it for Barry for right now.
Okay, striker. Now you're hitting.
Yeah.
What are you
I'm
hitting?
gonna shoot him.
Okay, make your attack an advantage.
Thank you. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, just need to make sure.
You're shooting an arrow at it?
I'm shooting an arrow at it.
Okay.
So that
Is it
is
magical?
It's from a magic weapon.
Just wondering.
So yes. That's 1d8 and 2d6. Piercer, I can re-roll a damage die. A little bit better. That's 15 points of damage.
Wow. Okay, 15 points. Roars at his, the bolts or arrow sinks deep in his hide. 15? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
And then,
Now it's fully aware of you.
yeah. And then that'll be 1, 2, 3 cutting action hide.
Okay, roll your stealth.
I think I've hit it. That is a sexy 13.
Okay, 13. All right. As this legendary action, his eyes flare. Oh, just kidding.
Say level 3.
You had me for a second.
Level 3 owlbear. Come on, Rabbit.
He could have a legendary action. Come on.
Action comes forward, all the trees and all of you burn down.
Everything
If
just
one of us had a one-shot.
Beelzebub comes out.
All the kobolds go,
Yeah, really. That's actually a good way to end it. All right. So it's the owlbear is making an attack, or it's his turn, and so we'll see what he does. None too happy about getting hit by the arrow. And you rolled 13.
Pretty sure that's below its passive. Or
He knows you went around the corner, so he knows you're there.
also, in case it's relevant, the familiar will be giving me the help action every turn. I may not need it, but it will be giving me the
For
help action.
help action for what?
It can give you the help action. Specifically, it could give help for attacks.
For
To give myself advantage on an attack.
I think it would have to on its turn distract. Either distract or
Let's find the rule.
I think it's fair
Player.
that you have to come up with some explanation how it
Yeah.
helps you.
Cool. My plan was
Yeah.
basically to have like the snake be a second pair of eyes, like just it curls up around my.
well, there's a specific action that a familiar can take to
I might
distract.
be fucking around. Cool. If so,
Yeah.
then
So,
That's fine.
Do we have? We need to have your familiar on initiative.
then that would be a 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically what's well ahead of you.
Yeah, I know.
Right after bug. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me just pull up the, just because I thought I knew something, and if I'm wrong.
So I'll give you the a held action if you want for the snake to use. Generally, it can. I think it's distract as an action.
Can take other actions as normal.
But I don't know that it could.
So I'm just reading a quick errata. It says, a familiar can aid in any action it can take itself, but by the spell Find Familiar, a normal familiar cannot attack.
Okay, then fine.
So it can't
problem.
help on an attack.
It does seem like that would be a little busted
Busted?
for a rogue to automatically have sneak attack.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. I'll just use it as a scout.
But a distract action is not an attack. So I know that I've utilized that in the past. So if you want to utilize that, if as long as the snake is within range and on its turn, it can use its action to distract, which would give disadvantage to the creature or advantage to you on your next turn. And so you have to make that choice on its turn. So we'll go ahead and back up a second since the snake was prior to your turn. Do you want it to distract?
Oh no, I'm good with holding on to that for later.
Okay.
Because I was hidden.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right. So it's going to come rolling around the corner after you.
Yeah,
after
because I
being
thought
hit.
it was hidden.
Yeah. Leaving. Yeah, just bowling through here. You can get right up here on you as it sees you. Making a claw and a beak attack against you.
Gotcha.
As it does. And the beak attack is a 15.
Does not hit.
Okay, so that misses. And then the claw attack is a 21.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Go for it.
Okay, so as it reaches forward and mauls you with its massive claws, doing not terrible damage, but 17 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. You're used to.
Oh yeah, this is third level. So
Shield might have been worth it.
It wouldn't have, because it wouldn't have made it.
Oh, got it.
yeah,
It's
so 17
your
points of
equals.
slashing damage as it rips through your leather armor, or whatever you're wearing.
Leather armor.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to end its turn there, bring us to the top of the round with kindling.
Fuck.
You're still up.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but fuck. That hurt.
kindling, you.
Level 3.
Hey,
Rabbit.
Goldtail.
We're level 3.
This is a owlbear. It's a challenge 3.
The CR is bullshit.
I didn't give it any legendary.
This is an easy fight for us.
It actually would be if you guys had, used your advantage.
I just had an idea for a fun boss fight that we should talk about later.
Legendary owlbear.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, kindling, what are you doing?
Embrace the pain, Striker. You are favored this day.
Okay, are you going to include
Produce
me in the
flame.
Okay.
He's not gonna heal you.
20
What did you do?
to hit. Produce flame again.
Oh, okay. 20 hits.
3 points of damage.
3 points.
It's,
okay.
it's like
Fire
the
damage.
weakest fire cantrip.
It's like, yeah.
And I love how much
up to the
gravitas.
sword just kind of, and then smokes out. 3 points of damage. Anything else with kindling?
You will feel flames. Lighter.
Does kindling feel satisfied? Because, that's all that's important.
Burn. We shall all join Cinder.
It just kind of turns back to the striker ahead of it. Bug. What's that bug doing?
Bug is going to use his bonus action to command Barry to attack on his turn.
Okay.
So that's my bonus. Bug is going to, seeing that he went a different direction, 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, full 25. Because
So he's going to swoop down.
On his turn, though, it will resolve, but I use my bonus action to give the command.
Okay.
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Natural 20.
Wow.
And that's a D10 plus my charisma.
So, that's gonna be 17 points of
17
force
points.
damage.
Wow.
A 10 and a 4 plus my charisma.
It is the nasally sound, and you watch as you know the femur of small little femur that it was kind of just holding inside of his beak just kind of falls out as it quails from the impact of the force, and you can see the injury. It's hit pretty bad. It just kind of stumbles back for a moment, but rights itself. It's still up.
And for flavor, he has a little pan flute that he fired the missile out of.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, so that's it for Bug?
Yeah, that's all. He's got 25 feet of movement.
Okay. So Snake's turn. What do you want Snake to do?
Distract to give that guy. I'm going to use distract to give myself advantage.
Okay, got it. So that's what the Snake's going to do.
Yep.
So he's going to kind of slither up there and try and distract the creature. And then Kivar.
Kivar is going to close and attack.
Thank you.
I believe that's flanking. I'm directly across from her.
Yes, +2.
Cool.
I may be botching this with the familiar because it may be just the hawk or the owl or something that does this, but
First attack is a 19.
it hits.
7, 8, 10 points piercing.
10 points of piercing with the rapier.
Yep, second attack.
Okay, another howl as it screeches from the pain.
18.
Hits.
Another
Is
meme?
that your silvered sword or?
No, the silver was first. 7 points piercing.
7. Okay. All right.
Should
So
only be using the silver one.
Man, he's doing so much work. I bet he needs to take a bath after this.
who the owlbear?
No.
No,
Ragnar.
Kevar.
Kivar. Retina.
That is going to be it for him.
Okay, so the creature is just basically, it's just pouring blood. You can see that it's just matted over its fur in terrible shape, and that's going to bring up Bonk.
Bonk is going to close as well, and within that's the other one. That one.
You want to be best friends?
Yep. And I'm going to use my magical quarterstaff now that it's magical.
Okay,
That is a 10.
10 misses.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to use the other end of the...
You a polearm master?
Yes.
Fuck it.
That is 14.
14 hits, so you strike the creature
With the butt end.
with the butt end of your staff.
That is 11 bludgeoning.
11 bludgeoning, and you crack it upside the head, its massive head, and you just watch as it just kind of rolls on its neck. You literally say bonk.
Bonk.
Bonk. when you hit it. Okay. And the creature, you just see his eyes just kind of glaze over, the loss of blood, the crushing blow to its head as it just crumples in the space where it's standing, convulses for a moment, and then falls silent. We're no longer in initiative.
I run over. I want to see the life leave its eyes.
Oh no, I cut its throat before it even gets there. I want this thing dead.
You guys,
Barry landed on it and is stabbing it with the tail.
Yeah,
repeatedly.
we're all ensuring death.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm
whole,
gonna keep hitting it and screaming.
It happened a lot quicker than I thought.
so it's a bloody pulp mess when you guys finish with it.
I didn't need to use
It's quite large, but no longer living as you beat the devil out of this thing after it's
Ow.
dead. So that's going to take us out of initiative, and you stand there in the silence of the golden morning after combat in the glade within the forest.
It's the golden afternoon.
I love the smell of combat in the morning.
North.
May I see your vanish?
I'm gonna roll survival for some kobolds.
Is it healing or
Yes.
is it burning? Okay, just had to.
It hurts, but it's healing.
You just cast.
Seven.
I
My
think all
hands
three
were up.
hands.
Yeah.
I cauterized her wounds.
Healing spells should all hurt.
Not much.
That's a
Four.
17 survival to track which the kobolds are now.
But it's better than nothing.
17? Okay.
Actually,
Where you saw the owlbear sitting is on the opposite side of where the kobold tracks are running around the boulder. You don't notice any scuffle or anything that took place here.
Total 10.
So wherever this creature got the bone that was half eaten of the kobold was not in this spot, was not in this glade, was not here. So it's from somewhere else.
No kobolds here.
So then it continues running off into the distance of the forest. So just as what hit dice creature is the snake? Is it like one?
It's like 1d. It's like 1 hit dice. It's like 4 H. I think it's like 4. Let me pull up that.
It's even less than that.
How many hit points does it have?
It's like a CR1 quarter monster, right?
Yeah.
Or lower.
2. It's 1d4 hit points. So
Oh,
it
really?
has
That's what the sprite had.
3 hit points.
Okay, and do you have the stats on that thing?
Yeah.
And so what actions can it take that are non-attack, since it can't attack?
It acts as a creature. The only attack it has is the bite attack. Other than that, it doesn't have any fancy attacks.
No, I mean, aside from attack, what actions? Does it have
All-
perception?
Yeah, it has.
Anything specific in its stat block that it
Yeah,
can do.
Right, that's what that
it has blind sight. It has blind sight. It has a swim speed, and it has a passive of 10.
Okay, so yeah, so if you were in a situation where you were blind fighting, it might be helpful with that. I think as I think about this a little bit more and look up the stat, it was the owl, I believe, that can do flyby that can create distractions or that give you advantage or disadvantage. So
It's
a
not
different
like it's
a different creature.
the flyby gives you fancy shit for. It doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Is
Right.
what flyby works as.
Yeah. So there's as a familiar though, that mechanic is not correct that I gave you earlier. So you can only use whatever non-attack actions on the familiar.
Okay.
You know.
Well then.
And so
Well, whatever non-attack actions you deem appropriate, because
Yeah, so-
you will tell me no.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys leave the bloody mess behind you, to be consumed by nature in the forest.
I cut up. I'm gonna just. Does this have any ears?
It does.
I'll cut off both of them.
Okay. And you have 2
You can my shoulder lead us in a
of owlbear ears.
Buzzard's got to eat too.
Yeah.
And I won't even make you roll sleight of hand because you're very good at it anyway.
Question.
Or acrobatics or anything. Okay. So and you guys go following off into the forest after the tracks. So that's where we're gonna go and take our break real quick. And I'm gonna get myself composed over this whole familiar thing.
That's
We're gonna have
fine.
a couple cupcakes and come back in a few minutes. And hopefully these guys will find a kobold or 2.
Maybe.
See you in a minute.
Thank you.
I'm still in my 20.
Me too.
22. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry.
No. My family watches this.
My friend Anna watches this.
All right. So, you guys are continuing along in the forest, following these kobold tracks. Assuming, are you back in the same marching order with Striker in front by 15 feet?
Striker needs to.
Yeah, no, Striker's
bit
gonna be
closer.
Striker's actually gonna be trailing a bit behind to the side at this point because I'm like, okay, these guys can handle the traps.
She's in
My
time.
hit points tell me that these guys can go ahead.
Are you stealthing still, or
Of
just?
course I am.
Okay, all right. One roll of survival.
Stealthing behind us to keep an eye on.
Bug?
Bonk.
Bonk.
Well, also,
Sorry, bug or bonk.
Only
It's-
survival.
And Striker can roll a stealth.
Oh, I roll
bonk
a
is
survival.
real shit.
I don't think I need
it's
it.
only
though.
a 15.
Okay.
25.
25, okay. So, over the next couple hours, as you continue to follow these tracks, they finally lead you to a narrow, jagged opening in the rocky hollow of a stone-ridden hummock, dotted with green foliage. There do not appear to be any kobolds outside this cavern, but you do see that the tracks clearly lead inside. Now, it's at this point a little afternoon, early afternoon. You're 20, 30 feet away from this entry. What do you want to do? It's a small entry.
Oh, Barry said, what's the plan?
This will make a fine tomb for us.
Or them. Let's just pile some kindling outside, light it, and let them all smoke out. Smoke them all out.
That's a good plan.
I will start piling kindling together.
Yeah, like make a pile in front of that egg prince.
All right, well, let me put the entrance up and you can decide how you want to approach this exactly.
It's caving like the side of a
Before
mountain.
anyone gets close, I do want to do a perception just to see if anything's hiding in that little.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. If somebody want to take these?
Would my familiar be able to give me assistance in
Yes,
perceiving?
yes, absolutely. Depending on, assuming that the familiar is kind of going to snake up there and take
Yeah,
a
do
look.
like a little snake in the grass.
I bet.
Like my little rattlesnake.
All right,
Very
so
There's probably more than one entrance.
now this is, again, small entryway, only about 4 feet wide. And then, for some of you, you might have to like squeeze through if you go in, but that's what it looks like.
I disagree.
Not all of you would have to.
3 to 4 feet wide. That's a doorway.
Well, I mean, for a man-sized
You-
creature, under 5 feet means you got to squeeze in. That's the rules.
You said 3 to 4 feet
Yeah,
wide.
Doesn't matter. Just the rules. It's not 5 feet wide. And it looks like it kind of curves away. Where it widens. So it's very narrow in the initial opening, but it widens out. So to be more precise.
Bigger on the inside.
So
They
that-
always say it's bigger.
all right. So what are we doing? You're gonna roll a perception with your snake. Where's the snake gonna go?
Kind of like just slither up around here,
Okay.
like just
All
step
right.
ahead.
You just gotta peer inside.
Well, also not just since I'm not going to look inside. I'm looking around the outside to see if anything is like ambushing.
Because I was gonna say I was
outside.
about to send Barry in to.
Yeah. Could you do like an aerial scout above first, just to see if you find any more entrances?
Did we see kobold tracks all the way into the
Yes, and
crevasse?
they go all the way into the.
We're gonna make
the
that a little
opening.
bit wider so that way it's not closed.
Yeah. You get the right thing in here.
Oh, land Barry in.
These little fuckers.
Barry, go up and around
So-
and then go down and in.
Barry's gonna go in first.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check the outside first, just for like extra entrances, hidden kobolds waiting for us to waiting to ambush us at as we enter,
Like nearby.
like nearby on the outside. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go and roll a investigation with advantage.
That was shit. That's a sexy 9.
So I mean, it's a hummock, and so it's an elevation. So yes, it's like the lower elevations of a mountain range. Behind it is forested. And so this is where this entrance is. So you can kind of look in the distance, you can see the mountains rising, dotted with forests and trees and, brush and so forth, rocks, stones, a few ledges here and there. When I say distance, not too far distant, you're like at the edge of the mountain. As you look around down near the foliage, over by near the opening, not too far, maybe 10 or 20 feet on each side. You're not seeing any other entrances. You're not seeing any nothing's hiding. So.
Only way in.
Yeah, Barry's gonna walk through the entrance, and then he's going to fly real quick, 60 feet down.
As a pseudo-dragon.
Pseudo-dragon.
Okay, all right.
I will slumber with your ashes, Barry.
No, Barry just comes back.
Shh, I'm focusing.
And Bug is doing the thing where he's covering his ears and closing his eyes.
You can't keep
looking through Barry.
You literally can't hear anything we
Nope.
say.
Not a, and that's why I'm gonna keep talking.
That's like the Lily now.
Probably.
I thought you just loved the sound of your own voice.
That too.
So
It's very O'Keefe entrance.
entering,
Oh, it's gonna look
as
like
he gets to the very entrance, as he's kind of crawling in through, he doesn't see. Does he have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay, so he doesn't see any creatures inside, but he does see that after the narrow 2-foot opening that widens to 10 feet,
Went from 3 to 4 to 2?
well, 3 to 4 inside,
Okay.
2 at the beginning.
We're in the vestibule.
So you kind of crawl, kind of man-sized creature, kind of crawl through.
All right.
Someone's gonna have to push Bob
Okay.
through and like shove hard from the other side.
We need to start 3D modeling everything. Just
I know. Jesus Christ! Now it rules.
It makes sense.
Yeah. You've just thrown me here.
Hey, I think you muted yourself. Oh wait, no, the TV's just muted. Never mind. I see
Okay.
a little mute button flashing
That's a
by
monitor.
Ravik's head.
Yeah, that's the monitor. Okay, so as you peer through, you can see that the floor is rough and uneven. Natural corridor that twists away into the darkness to the right. Do you want to follow it down?
Yeah, Barry's gonna follow along. He's gonna peek around the corner, see is it a straight shot
Okay.
further in.
Flying or?
He, right now he's on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just
he's just slithering.
okay. So are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah.
Roll stealth.
14.
Okay. So as he gets down to the edge, kind of looking around, there's no light whatsoever in here. Completely dark. The rough stone floor begins to slope down to a long 10-foot wide corridor that's just covered with debris, wooden planks, and dirt. And he says, what's his dark vision, 60?
60.
It goes, so he can see all the way down this corridor. It's a 60-foot corridor, and then a darkened opening at the end. So let me get that crate on the map real quick so you have a better idea. But there's nothing, he sees nothing inside. Is it a he or she? Or okay. So he doesn't see anything, inside at all that is threatening. No creatures. Each one of these is, they're over here. Is 15, so I'm gonna get those here. Keep 60, yep. And that's
Kirby.
It's Kirby, straight over here. And ending at a rough opening. Yeah, because I had to build this thing like 100 times, and I remember how to do it again. So.
And you said on the ground it's like dirt and scrap wood,
Yeah,
basically.
dirt and planks and just debris of different sorts. It was clear up at the front, but just as you turn this corner, you can see that it's like almost like
Trap.
just
Well, I was gonna.
Like a trap.
like the weather has like blown it all in.
Right.
But it's just so much of it, and it's not like in heaps, and so it's fairly flat. And so they obviously have made this a surface they can move over quickly.
So if Barry is he's gonna actually walk straight down and test out the ground, the security of it.
Okay.
It's like 4 pounds.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, just in case.
I mean, Bug's pretty small.
Very kobold chic.
What'd you roll for stealth?
14.
Okay. And Barry's passive is 11, right?
It's actually 13.
Oh, Barry is 13?
Barry is 13.
Okay, so Bong is 12 still?
Bug.
Bug.
Damn it.
Well, when he's looking through his eyes, so he's got 13 while he's looking through his senses.
Bug is currently deaf and blind.
Right, but using his senses to look
Yeah,
through
he's
the...
using berries.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so... I mean, he has to kind of like hop, and he's so small,
Yeah.
you know, over the debris, but it is fairly flattened out. So, I mean, it's... For his size, for anybody larger than him, it doesn't look like it would create a difficult terrain situation. He just kind of hops forward. How far does he want to go down?
He wants to go all the way up to the entrance. That's where he's checking.
Okay. All right.
I need to make sure it's safe for my young ward. Except it's more like with a warble.
Yeah, but you hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So, I need another stealth as you move forward. He's flying or crawling at this point?
He's walking at this point. He's
Okay.
crawling. 22.
22. All right.
you've got the lay of the land.
As you get about 20 feet, 30, 40 feet in, you can see into the cavern beyond the door. And you hear voices, muffled, not loud.
So, as a pseudo dragon, Barry can understand Draconic. If it is Draconic.
It's not draconic.
No?
They're barking.
Actually, it's draconic.
I was like, damn, then I chose the wrong language.
AD&D is not.
I know it's not.
Yeah, it's
a
kobold.
separate kobold.
He's going by the old dog.
Yeah, they were kinda dogs.
These are the reptilian kobolds.
No, these are the dog kobolds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cool ones.
Still speak Draconic.
Yeah, fuck that.
They're draconic. They're draconic in nature. Even the dogs were technically.
Because they serve dragons.
Technically,
Yeah.
they were. They looked like dogs on back feet, but they were always draconic.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, they serve dragons. That's their whole shtick.
Yeah, but they had their own language back in the day.
What was it? It was Garl Glittergold, and what was it? He trapped the Kobold God.
That's
in the
third
Infinite
edition.
Maze.
They're going back further than
I know
that.
they're going further back.
You need more Kirby's?
No.
Yeah, Garl,
well, at some
the
point.
leader, the god of kobolds, had a freaking hate boner for Garl Glittergold.
That's why Kobolds have like a blood oath against gnomes.
Gnomes, yeah.
Yeah, this is just what they can see.
Which, when you read the backstory, it's kind of justified. Garl was an asshole.
Yeah, the gnomes were not good people.
That's why.
They just weren't. They were humanoid.
I mean, that's why gnomes are the only sentient race that in one of my campaigns you were allowed to eat.
Can you just see and hear, or are there other senses like smell?
Let me double check. So I think this is just normal, fine, familiar.
But you get fancy.
When if you can communicate with
Pseudo
additional.
dragons is wisdom on.
Hear what it hears, sees what it sees.
Okay, all right.
Gaining the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has. So he has blind sight, he has dark vision, he has and then he has advantage with the perceptions on sight, hearing, and smell. So
I think that means
I think Barry.
Okay, so
it's kind of Barry can communicate that to me, but I don't sense it immediately. There's like a gap in that communication.
okay. Well, just as far as the scent is concerned, you see there's a couple of figures that are moving inside.
More people.
They're talking amongst themselves in this strange barking language, because that's what real kobolds do. And
I don't like that my D&D has changed.
but you get this overwhelming scent, odor, pungent of death and decay. Clearly, and you can see some of the butchery inside. from where you're standing right now. Let's go ahead and get him on the board too. Where do you want him? Oh, you got him in there. Okay, good.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yep.
So he would be up to the pretty close to the door.
So, so this is what he's seeing at this point.
Yeah.
You don't think they've noticed him.
He would be coming as close as he can just to try and make out what they're saying.
Okay, so moving further.
Moving further, closer.
Okay, another stealth roll.
Come on, buddy.
Yes.
Natural one.
Yes. It was a 19.
Yes.
It was a 19, but it hit my fucking notebook.
Oh, bye-bye, Barry.
So as Barry just kind of like stumbles, and there's a shifting of some of the debris on the ground, one of the kobolds looks over and raises the alarm. Immediately roll initiative.
Cool.
Just
Just Barry?
Well, I mean,
everybody can roll initiative, but right now only Barry and Bug know what's about to happen. So let's start with that.
Sure.
But let's get everybody in initiative.
Yeah.
Anybody over 20?
Well, has Bug already been telling us what's going on in there?
No.
Nothing. He's just like,
He's warging.
yeah.
If you hear anything, it's... Oh, get closer. What?
Oh, fuck. And just for your edification, some of the words that you heard before you were distracted by your own self, making the noise that got their attention, they seem to be discussing when the Great Worm would allow them
Okay.
to take the people.
Can Barry do a history check?
It's gonna be a building.
That's just a straight 10.
Okay.
Great worm.
It's multi-session.
Each of our one-shots is gonna be one level higher. Till we get high
Guys,
to face the dragon.
Guys, we haven't got bored with the campaign. This is what?
So,
The Great Worm.
anybody over 20? The Great Worm.
Worm. W1. or
Striker
yep.
was what?
W1.
I crit, so it's a 23.
Okay.
Started from the bottom.
Anybody over 15?
Here. Me.
Okay, so that's Bonk, 15. What was Bonk? Roll?
Bonk was 18.
18, okay. Anybody else over 15?
15 for my boy.
Barry? All right, so how about I put Barry and Bonk on the same initiative since they're like...
She can go first. I think her dex is higher.
Okay, so Barry and Bonk. Well, unless if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can just roll.
Are you trying to say bug or are you saying
no.
bug?
Bug.
No,
Gotcha.
Bug would roll the 10.
Okay, so Barry.
I can do it on the same initiative if you'd like. Is the first one.
Well, I mean, right now, Bug is controlling Barry.
Yeah.
So when Barry is on his own initiative, he'll be at what was it?
He'll be
What do you roll?
what did I just say? 15.
Okay. All right. So anybody above a 12?
13.
Okay, it's Kavar. Okay, and above a 8?
11.
Bug rolled a 10.
Okay. 11 for kindling. Okay, and 10 for bug. All right, so right now,
Does your snake need an initiative?
since it's on Bug's,
Yeah, oh, sorry,
Bug
my-
is controlling. What?
My snake got a sexy 7.
Okay, snake. All right. All right, so right now you're on Bug's initiative, but that's relative, so we'll see where that ends up just with you and them at this point. Let me just make a couple of rolls here real quick.
And wait. So, Bug, the child, not the pseudo dragon.
Because he's controlling.
Gotcha.
Until he's not controlling?
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then you go back to wherever you landed. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, familiars.
Are you actually controlling him or are you just seeing through?
No, I'm
his
just
eyes?
seeing through him. I can order him to do stuff, but he acts independent of. It's confusing because I'm controlling both of them. Gus is controlling both of them.
Has Bug been narrating everything that's been happening?
Yeah. And at one point he just starts.
Yeah, that tracks.
Is he speaking Draconic?
He's copying what the kobolds are saying.
Because
Like,
then I would be able to understand.
I'm sure he has a hell of an accent.
He thinks he's speaking Draconic. It's sort of like those kids who think that they know how to speak Spanish because they're mimicking.
Or like those kids that think they know how to speak Italian. Basically all Italian Americans. Sorry. Family's Italian American, I can say that.
Let's say your brother's name is Giorgio.
Yeah, it's mozzarella, not mozzarella.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I used to work for a guy who was actually born in Rome, but
Mozzarella.
he was raised in Rome till he was like 10, then moved to England, and his dad sent him to boarding school. So as an adult, he has a Cockney accent, but he's fucking Italian like the Pope. And he comes over, we'll be going out to eat or whatever, and somebody would say, "Oh, I want mozzarella." He'd, "Excuse me, what the fuck is mozzarella?"
Mozzarella.
And then he'd start talking to him in Italian.
Okay, so turns out
Oh.
Oh, when Bug was narrating outside and going, "Row, row, row," did they all hear and come charging us?
He wasn't. He was kind of like whispering. Because he's whispering to Barry.
well, right now, they've just discovered that there's a little creature out there, and
Do they want to eat it?
you realize that there's more than actually.
He is a pseudo dragon. They might
they
think
worship dragons.
They might think he's the Great Worm.
It's like, I am son of worm.
All right, so
He ends up in draconic shape.
this one comes out.
All of us went in initiative order.
Right, but right now you're not aware of.
He's been narrating the whole time.
Well, but do you understand Draconic?
No, just
I
like shit's
do.
going down.
So does that mean I know what's
because I know.
happening?
Well, what you know is what he repeated was just that debate when the Great Worm is going to allow them to.
Okay, that's what I was asking. 'Cause so I would have, as soon as I heard that, I would have been casting Shillelagh at that point.
Okay, all right, so you can do that. So if we have some passive things we want to do in this round, then we can start with Striker.
Yeah, I'll just
And then we'll start with Striker first before anything else.
I'll just get a stealth up and get like in the corridor.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your stealth.
Guys, he's saying something about a great worm, giving him
not great.
permission to eat all the people.
That's a 17.
17, okay.
So I'm just gonna say this. I would argue, Bug does not understand what's being said. Barry is trying to translate it while Bug is being Bug.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know that there's.
I know that shit's going. I know that it has discovered. Like I know that like the things have been discovered, and it sounds like an alarm went off.
All right, so then it's going to be more. Well, there's no alarm, but at this point, there's just a note. The creature just noticed and stepped out. So if it's garbled communications that's taking place, then you don't understand specifically.
But I can
what the
understand his
conversation is.
barking, and I'd be like,
You can preemptively.
that
roll.
sounds like kobolds to me. Let's
Yeah,
get
so I
ready,
mean, if you want
guys.
to prepare for what you think might be going on,
I think shit's going down, so I'm just gonna hide behind a corner.
okay, you rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go any further
That's
with the return order, I've got two taking place before you. So these two come out. Okay, to see what this creature is. They see. I mean, they can see that it's like a little dragon, like a tiny little dragon.
Yeah.
Is what they see, and as they approach, they attempt to pick it up. And so
Barry's
this is
gonna
gonna
kind of freeze.
So it's going to be kind of a grapple.
Okay.
Is what's going to take place. So you can use. It's going to be athletics.
I see.
Or acrobatics.
So.
Okay. That's good.
Wow. 8.
18.
All right. So you're able to kind of slip out of the way of one, and then the second one against your 18. It's still not able. So you basically are able to hop out of the way of them just tentatively trying to grab you.
He does like the cat thing when it gets startled and just kind of like pops up like legs straight, lands back down, pops up legs straight.
and they're between each other. It's a barking language that Barry would understand that they're confused. They don't understand what they're calling a small dragon, baby dragon. And one of them said, the eggs hatched. One of the eggs hatched. And they're like really concerned. So, Bonk, what are you doing?
I'm appropriately located for this.
Well, bonk.
Hey, you know what? You're
So Bonk is casting Shillelagh?
Bonk cast Shillelagh.
Okay, that's your bonus?
Huh?
Going in?
I don't think I'm going in. Do we want them to come out?
I don't know.
I can cast another cantrip as my action, right? Bonus. Or no?
You can cast,
2 cantrips.
yes, or a spell, right?
Yeah, but I think.
So,
Do we want to fight him on the outside or on the inside, guys?
Not on the inside is a death trap. I'm just
Alright,
I'm
so-
over here just peeking out around the corner. I'm keeping an eye out.
I'm gonna walk.
Basically,
what is my
like I'm
range here?
watching the interaction.
okay.
Hopefully,
You have dark vision?
yes.
Okay, yes, sure, no. Okay.
Keep in mind, you probably won't be able to see the dark.
I have 60 feet dark vision,
So yeah, you're fine.
but I don't want to fight them inside anyway.
You don't. No.
So I'm
Very
going
human.
to.
What?
Very inhuman.
Yes, I'm going to step to the inside of my 5 feet away from everyone at this point.
So it's just difficult terrain for a man-sized creature to get
I don't
through.
go
the opening.
in. I just want to get like right
Okay.
there, as long as I'm 5 feet away from everybody else. I'm like 5 feet from.
It's like
both.
Pooh Bear getting stuck in the tree.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna cast my cantrip Thunderclap to make a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet down that hallway.
Okay. All right, where are you casting it at?
Into the hole.
Into the hole. Okay.
But it's
So
got a range of 5 feet, so straight through
it's
is
only
fine.
5 feet, right?
Right, I just want to make a really loud noise.
Okay,
at the
well,
hole.
you succeed in doing that.
Do you open up the hole at all?
No, it's
Or
just
collapse it?
it's just noise.
It's just noise.
I'm just
Well, I mean, it does damage, and I think Thunderclap,
a 1d6 thunder. If it's every creature takes damage, but not the.
but within 5 feet,
Right.
correct? It's just a 5-foot area?
Correct.
That, do I have to look this up?
Is it thunder
No, it's 5
damage or
feet.
lightning damage?
Okay.
But everything
But it's
5 feet
only
away needs to take a
creatures.
con save, and if
Right.
it fails, it takes damage.
Okay, so this.
I don't think it affects the
Yeah, so this
stone.
this is there will be, some
Rattling.
small pebbles and rocks falling from the edges as they crack and peel off the sides, but it didn't collapse. I mean, you're in mountain rock, hard rock inside. So outside of that, it makes the thunderous noise, probably scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah.
That not expecting everybody. From Barry's perspective, you see the kobolds like, and it suddenly it's shock as they're just in the midst of already being in shock, seeing this little dragon that got away. And so, yeah, you've accomplished your
All right,
mission.
and so I'm gonna tell Striker to get out of the hole. We'll fight him on the outside, and I'm gonna take the rest of my
Yeah, no
the
problem.
movement to
Now
get
Striker's death.
to come back over.
Sorry, I can't hear a word you fucking said.
Away from the hole,
So,
and then that's it.
I already used my turn.
all right, so we got another kobold coming up in the turn order at this point. Okay. All right. Okay.
Unfortunately, at the end of the turn.
So, no, we're still in the turn order.
I know, but action is about to happen.
Okay. All right, this fellow comes up, peering through the door, seeing the dragon, telling its compatriots, what the fuck is going on, basically.
Oh no, the smart one.
And this is a strange looking creature. I mean, he's got this like basket on his back. He's got this strange long staff, and it looks like it's got a scorpion spine in the back or in the end of it, and various little ceramic type
My favorite version.
containers and so forth. Yeah, all and around him. Almost druidic looking. Certainly very eclectic.
Kobold Artificer. Huh?
That's a new camera angle.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay.
BTS.
And as it peers through, its eyes just kind of narrow at the creature that's sitting there. And it's going to hold its action. So it's going to bring up Barry. Barry, you're not grappled as you see these 3 kobolds converging on you. What are you going to do?
Barry, with the explosion that happens behind, Barry jumps, realizes the connection to Bug was lost for a split second, and just hisses in that direction. And he's gonna try and sneak past into the room.
Go into the room?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The spy has begun infiltration.
Then we're gonna go save him from a nest of baby dragons.
So if he can, he wants to get through. He wants to land onto this bench by the slaughtered animal.
Okay. So there's more that you can see at this point.
Yeah.
As
How many kobolds have we found?
you can see there's
Fucking many.
an opening here. As you fly through, they're going to attempt to make they're going to attempt to grab you.
Cool.
And so all 3 of them are going to make.
Did you stealth again?
No,
Well, they can see him.
I'm right there.
It's like pure cat.
He's in like,
You can still roll for stealth.
yeah, but not in plain sight.
Just gotta get a higher number.
I waste my action to hide.
Above a 9? No? Okay. So the first 2 that were initially on you, they just like clumsily try and grab you and they miss. But the one that's holding the scorpion tail staff, he managed to pluck up and grasp you, right as you try and fly by, holding you tightly. And he's looking at you, not with, well, I mean, I wouldn't say malice, but curiosity and concern at this point, if you can even determine that on a kobold's face.
He's gonna use his limited telepathy to feel fear and hunger, to communicate that to the kobold that's holding him. Scared and hungry.
Okay, all right. So we'll get back to that. Kevar, what are you doing?
Probably not much. The opening, which shrank from 4 feet wide to 2 feet wide, is it
It actually opens from 2 feet to 4 feet.
rough stone,
It is rough, yes.
pieces of stone,
Rough.
solid? All right, I'm gonna take out my crowbar and try and open up a little bit of a.
Well, you can go through. It's just
No,
different
no,
terrain.
I'm not going in there.
Okay,
You want
so
to make it
you want to like
wider.
make the opening?
I want to make it.
Okay.
Try to make it a little bigger.
You're not a dwarf. Okay. All right. So you're gonna try and. All right. So make roll an athletics athletics.
All right.
Because you're just basically trying to power through it with your crowbar.
21.
Okay. So you managed to knock some pieces off. It's probably going to take you. What size are you trying to get it to? Like a full 5 foot?
No, just big enough that we can move in and out without. Fuck.
Well, I mean, technically, it has to be 5 feet for your character to move in and out without difficult terrain. So, are you going to try and open it to that?
If you're going to use logic for the snake,
That's
you got to use logic for the door.
I totally abandoned that logic for the snake.
All right.
So,
Okay, I'll take advantage of that.
I'm
Thank you.
gonna try and make it big enough for us to get in and out. Yeah, I'll keep going until
okay.
it's bigger.
All right. So, I mean,
Kinley,
you think
quick, get in there.
It's probably going to take you, 3-4 rounds.
Okay.
So, as you're chipping away, assuming you get decent above 10 athletics rolls.
All right.
And so, yeah, you're able to open it up, let's say by 1 foot, so that it keeps it even. 2 more after that.
Kindling, get in there.
Yes. Inside.
Oh, with the explosives at the.
Camille, can you move my familiar so you Thank you.
No, I don't have any of my. Okay. You have your spell effects over there, Revik?
Yeah, they're right there under the.
Oh, they're underneath.
I know that he's eternal. Don't
Takes me
set
an
me
hour
up.
to get him back, man.
Nothing is eternal.
So you're a tiny creature, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's not going to affect his movement, I don't think.
No.
So what happens if I cast that in the middle of the
All right. So, wow.
more than 20 feet?
I don't know how to. That's going to be tough because
If he uses.
Barry's going to see everything.
You're gonna ask.
But these guys don't see everything.
Here's the thing, though. Also, I have the worst radio on the other end of this communicating things.
I know, so I may have to just show you
Rabbit,
what you
I literally
see.
wanted to play. I literally wanted to play the familiar,
Wow.
and I chose to.
You played a familiar with a boy attached.
Yep. The boy is just a means to get to the familiar.
All right, so
It's all the intelligence.
all right, anyway, let's go to kindling.
Hey, kindling.
Please.
Are you looking up?
It is time.
It is time.
10.
Can I get in there
Yeah.
pretty easily now?
Well, it's difficult terrain
25, 30.
to get in. That's it.
Yeah, you're next to me.
So I'll be right about there if that's the terrain for that square. Can I see down the hole at that angle?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, are you stealthing or just walking in?
Yeah, I'm definitely just walking in.
Walking in? Okay.
I would say you can definitely see the kobold that's that way.
I think you can see all the way down through the door.
Oh, I have 35 feet. I'm good.
Oh.
Cool. So I'm good with that. Let me just.
Oh, tall folk.
Here we go.
Yeah, I need you to roll. Yeah. Because you're not rolling stealth.
Don't roll shit.
And so it's based on their perception whether or not they see you. You're not wearing heavy or medium armor, right?
Nope. You want me to just roll stealth at like disadvantage?
No,
I'm not trying to stealth. I'm walking in pretty.
Oh, what's your?
Yeah, but you're not making a ton of noise, and so I don't want to penalize you that way.
And what would passive stealth be?
They are probably distracted right now with baby dragon.
Yeah, so like 12 passive stealth.
Yeah, so literally what's happening is what you see, I guess, oddly enough, you can't see what's beyond this doorway because of your sight disadvantage. But what you see is basically the backs of two kobolds looking through this doorway.
I don't see Barry.
No.
All right, that's Barry's problem. They ate him.
Lord Cinder, consume. Oh shit. Are you like saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
As a ring of fire appears under their feet, and
A ring of fire?
Yep. And a skeletal snake wreathed in fire pokes its head out and coils around.
What the fuck? What is that?
It's his
wildfire spirit.
Oh, got it. Cool.
They have to make dexterity saving throws. DC 15.
Oh, and that includes our little scorpion tail friend too.
Yep.
Why can't I have cool shit without you?
Through the door?
Yeah. It's a 10-foot ring?
Yeah, 10 foot. So the group of them right through the door,
Okay.
And you have a 10-foot ring.
including Barry.
So then it's just instantaneous, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then we don't need a ring.
No. You might need a fire.
So then
mini.
some of the fire comes through the door to where he's standing, holding Barry. So Barry also has to make a dex save.
Yep. Which is at disadvantage, right?
At disadvantage.
Do you take half damage if fail?
Nope.
Or
Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, that's a good question.
I think you
I
take
already
no
did it.
damage
8.
at fail.
8 points of fire damage.
8 points. Okay, so you watch as the two kobolds just get consumed in this flame, and they crumple to the ground, howling.
Yeah, it doesn't say or half, so it's just 10 on fail.
Okay, so the two kobolds that
Okay.
were on that side, they crumple to the ground.
What is your DC?
Right.
What was the DC?
15.
What was the damage?
I rolled
8 points of fire damage.
8 points, okay.
Yeah. So for the two kobolds that crumble to the ground, I imagine Cinder comes out and then its jaw opens extra wide and just kind of consumes them.
Right, and they just are obliterated. You hear the howl from inside.
Hey, what happens to the floor?
It comes back.
Or the floor of miscellaneous planks?
Yeah,
and
there's some of the wood ignites, around it, but there's so much dirt and other debris. There's little ignitions here and there, but it doesn't last very long.
Frenzy has arrived. Come, witness it.
The kobold holding you is still alive.
You too.
And it's holding you still. Did you save?
Barely.
Okay, and no damage for.
No.
Okay.
It's all or
Never
nothing.
suck.
Got it. Okay. All right, is that it for For kindling?
That'll be it. Do you want me to use this little fire mini here?
Yeah, you can put that there. But the fire's gone now, right?
No, he's summoned. It's my wildfire spirit. He stays.
Oh, it does.
He's around for an
Okay,
hour.
yes, use
Yeah,
that.
this instead of, well, in addition to wild shape, he uses wild.
How much space does it take?
He's just I believe it's medium-sized creature.
Okay, but
Looks like
the door.
Normally it looks
Yeah.
like you,
He's in the doorway.
but he's flavored.
I never read that it looks like you specifically.
okay. And so what's Bug gonna do? I mean, now that he knows that Barry's captured, at least for now.
So this outside area, this all, can we like see like what would be the walls of this, or is this deeper into the cave?
You need that.
From out here, can we see the outside shape?
You determine,
What he's
yeah.
asking.
They have to use some.
No, you can't see the shape of the. no,
I
it's just-
can issue.
Yeah, it's just a.
Bug can't see in the. Well, actually, now there's light in there because of the fire.
Yeah, there's a little bit of light.
It takes.
I would say probably torch level light,
And I had bonus action.
unless it has some more specific.
Yeah, Bug is gonna.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to enter.
Now, is he severing the connection? Because I don't think he can do anything, right?
So Barry still acts independently. I have to just use my action to look through my eyes when we're in combat. Because basically, it's just he's using his action to.
Right, but can he? He's not like he doesn't have to stay there his whole turn.
No,
He's just blind and deaf.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm just blind and deaf.
During that
and-
action.
Yeah.
you can do whatever. You're just blind and deaf.
Where was I?
You have any spells with the range of touch?
Nope. Dude, warlocks don't really get those. Not at this level. And that's what it's going to be. He's just going to have
Okay.
to chill there for now.
All right.
I noticed that you're blind, so I'm just like,
And he is looking through.
I make you sit down
Barry's
against the
eyes.
wall.
I'm sorry, Rebecca. Cinder takes his turn right after me, and I forgot. Can I take his turn real quick?
Who?
Cinder.
Yes.
His spirit.
Okay, he's just going to shoot at one of the let's say the druidic-looking kobold with a 15.
Okay.
I'm 16.
A 16.
Can you move it in?
What's he shooting? Fire?
Yes. He like regurgitates, and the corpse
Is he?
of one of the kobolds.
He's within 5 feet, right? So it's gonna be a disadvantage if it's a range attack.
Okay, that'll miss.
Oh no, it'll just catch something.
So is it like a firebolt or something?
Yeah,
It's like okay, got it. Like it's
Sits at it.
he's spewing flames. All right, so then it misses.
I think it's literally firebolt.
But he'll start flying. How tall is the ceiling here?
It's only 5 feet tall within the corridor. 5 feet high.
Okay, so he's just sort of like flying flame snake spirit towards the roof right now, and he moves
Okay.
to the center of the room. Provoke.
Yeah, this is a short. Now where you guys are, it's about 8 feet. But then as it slopes down into that long corridor, it's 5 feet. Inside the inside the cavern, it's 8 feet again. Okay.
Hold on. So just because I forgot, Barry would have acted on Bug's turn then, because you said that they move on the same initiative.
Well, no, Bug when he's controlling Barry.
Because he's not strictly controlling him. He's just seeing through his eyes, and they can communicate back and forth. But Barry is autonomously.
Well, okay,
operating.
so but Barry on his turn, last turn, or on this turn, flew in there.
yeah, and
That's what he did.
Barry
was captured. So Barry's next turn is 15 on the next round.
Episode title: Very Familiar Kobolds.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, and then Bug did his thing,
Yeah.
and
Because
we backed up on Cinder.
Okay.
Okay, so now we got all kinds of things going on.
It gets worse.
Now that all hell's broken loose.
Because of me.
Yeah, summon all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck.
Bear with me here.
You take those 2 kobolds off. 'cause
Yeah,
they're
let me
dead.
just get these incinerated kobolds.
You can have them back for the ones you're gonna need when you bring
Yeah,
them.
I'm just gonna hold these. I'm gonna just hold on to them like presents.
Okay. Okay, I think I get them all. So first 2 are dead. Okay, so those are gone.
Can I attack the fire spirit?
Yeah.
Does the fire spirit have help?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we'll get to that later. All right.
How are they?
After bug, before snake. Okay, all right, yeah, this makes sense. Gonna make a little bit of an adjustment here. The walls are moving on their own. It's just, we are inside the Great Worm. That's true, we are inside.
Why is this dune?
Okay, and what you would, this is not something that would have been noticed, but what's happening is this.
Oh, cool.
We have a great stone circular.
No, it's no.
Wait, that means that you can't really do anything with him anymore.
Is that how it works?
You have to, I think you have
I
to
had to
see
use a
it.
bonus action to command it. It doesn't say it.
I think you have to be able to, well, I mean, you won't be able to see.
Goes rocking out, rolling out, and you hear this grating
I have
sound.
to see it specifically.
I think you have to command it though.
Yeah, you use a bonus action to command it, but it doesn't say I have to see it.
Yeah, grating sound as this
Yeah, so-
stone, this cylindrical stone door basically traps, closes off that entryway. And that's going to bring up Snake.
Yeah, Snake's just gonna cuddle up towards me as an emergency option, and it's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
It's going to hold its action to distract should something approach.
Well, the distract
Yeah.
doesn't work, but yeah, so there'll be, that again, as I mentioned earlier, I think that's an owl or an eagle.
Okay, so then the snake.
So like
the-
perception or, yeah.
Yeah, the snake will just cuddle up to me in case I need to make a skill check.
Okay. And then. Okay, cool. We're at the top of the round with Striker.
Great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, fuck. And then I'm going to remember the far side, like where I saw that flame elemental come in. And I'm going to remember where that is. And I'm gonna
Beyond the door.
Behind the door. And I'm going to cast sleep.
On.
It's an area, it's an AoE. So sorry about your pseudo
I don't think it goes through walls.
There's nothing that says it can't.
Is there?
I'm checking.
It's just a point within range.
Choose a point within range.
I would make her roll an
Or-
intelligence check to see if she
can
can
make-
calculate the distance.
A point within range of 90 feet. Does not have to be a point I can see.
It doesn't.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing.
If you say I can't do it, then I won't do it.
No. I want to make sure this is correct. Okay. Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of raw shenanigans this section.
No, really? I'm a shenanigans type person.
I'm not even just talking
I
about
agree.
you because I got
Yeah.
raw questions.
90-foot
too.
range.
Yeah.
A point you choose within range are affected by ascending order to the current hit points. Okay.
You can all save.
Night, Barry.
It's not a save. It's a suck. It's
Yeah.
a.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a-
H.
It's HP.
Yeah, yours is. You're going down first.
Night, Barry, boy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Roll your 5d8.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
I hope you roll all once.
Your the point.
My point within range would have been the wildfire. Would have been the center point because that's what I would have been able to see.
Yeah.
So it's 20, like a 20-foot circle. So it is everything in that room,
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
and it goes in decreasing
Yeah.
order of
Yeah,
hit
Barry's
points.
fey. I want to see if he's immune.
Is it immune to sleep?
Most fey are.
No, he's not.
Oh.
Not great. So that's 20 hit points total.
Okay. So 20 hit points,
Well, 10 of that goes to him.
starting with the creature that goes to the lowest current hit points.
Right.
Yeah.
That's ascending order. So lowest hit point goes to sleep first.
So how many hit points is
He has 9.
9? Okay.
Oh, you beat the kobolds.
And you have a total of 20?
I have a total of 20.
Okay. He does fall asleep.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So he goes to sleep, and There's a big fucking circular,
Yeah, that's fine.
just so you don't know exactly what's taking place behind it.
Lord Cinder has 50.
Of course,
Sure he does.
Bug would know that Barry has just basically lost consciousness. Perhaps he would understand that he went to sleep, but not know why. Okay, so anything else with Striker?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No. Yeah. A bonus action. I'm gonna turn around and say, "Hey, strong guy, can you do us a solid over here?"
You're not gonna move a thing. I only have 30 feet of movement.
Well, you have 6, you could dash.
That's true. Alrighty. Well, I will dash to the end of the hallway then. Put me over there.
That is 15.
So it's still difficult terrain to get through the opening.
I added 10.
Yeah,
30,
so
35. 40, 45.
make a deck save.
18.
18. Okay, so spikes rise up from amidst the debris and attempt to trap your feet as you pass by, but they're unsuccessful in doing so. Are you going to continue on?
I got you 60.
That's it.
That's as far as you get.
Let me show you. I'll show you exactly where that occurred, and you can decide if you want to continue on or if you want to stop or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So
I mean, I don't think I can go anywhere else.
yeah. So
Full business,
just as you came here, this is you.
Yes.
Yeah. So just as you came here is where the spikes attempted to grab at your feet. You want to continue?
Oh, no, then I will just stay where I am.
Okay. They're not affecting you,
Right.
but you can see them, on the floor and in
There could be more spikes.
the ground around you. So you're stopping there?
Yes.
Okay.
There's spikes. It's a trap.
Okay. Anything else from Bonk then?
No.
Okay. All right. So the sleep lasts for a minute unless something
Wakes it up, yeah.
wakes him up. Okay. All right. So then we're going to move on to Barry. Barry is also asleep. Okay. So then we're going to move on to some other things taking place.
I tried to help and I don't know.
Okay. So from the side where you're standing, Bonk, you haven't gone any further. You do have dark vision.
Yes.
There's a piercing shaft moving through a hole, attempting to stab you in the side from the wall, and does a 16 hit.
No.
No? Okay. So you see what looks like the end of a spear come out through a hole in the wall and attempt to stab at you and then draws back in. Okay?
Glancing blow to your arm.
Okay.
Evar.
How big is the hole? Just spear size hole?
She says, how big is the hole?
Yeah, about 3 inches, 4 inches.
Gotcha.
He's a man.
Kevar's still working.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that was bigger than 3 or 4 inches, bud.
Okay, so although on your map I'm back here, I was up next to the door. So
Right, you were
it open.
trying to bust it open
Yeah.
further.
So-
You gonna continue with that?
No, I'm gonna go on in.
Okay, so you're gonna suffer the difficult terrain for 5 feet.
Okay. And then I assume I can see those spikes since they stuck up already.
Well, when you get around the corner, you can, yeah.
Okay. Well,
You're standing on them right now.
You could just pass.
So where you are now, you can't see them.
I'll move up to not be standing on the spikes.
You have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Everybody have dark vision?
Nope.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, yeah, well, you're not the player character.
Well, no, the pseudo dragon has dark
Yeah,
vision.
I'm
but Bug
kidding,
does
yeah.
not, right?
Okay.
saying you're the
Nah, it's just a bit, everybody jumped into action off Bug just making sounds, and I'm like, well, that ruined a lot of idea. But it's fine.
Yeah, no.
I can't like see. I can't do
well,
anything.
two of us speak dragon, and you started saying the dragon.
Roof, roof, yeah.
It's a kid making barking noises.
Yeah, the kid thinks like he accidentally says some correct words. That's
In my
all that
defense,
is.
I need very little motivation to burn things.
Yeah.
And we're here to kill kobolds. Okay.
And I was going to follow
Okay,
it anyway.
so I see these spikes on the ground.
Yeah, if you have dark vision, you're right there. You can see them.
So can I avoid them, or is it like a?
Well, she's standing on them right now. But yes,
But
it's
is
just
it like
difficult terrain.
spike growth, or?
No, it's just like spikes. It's like she basically tripped a trap.
Okay.
So it's already tripped. It's not like it's resetting or anything. It's tripped. And so yes, you're just moving through it just like difficult terrain.
All right. Then
It's like Squid
move
Game.
me up half. So difficult terrain is half, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But dash would be full, so move me up.
Well,
How many?
make a dex save.
All right, fine. Maybe that way about things.
This is where a barbarian would be useful.
14.
14. Okay, so spikes come up again from the ground, and this time they do trap you. You're technically grappled, and you take
0.
6 points of piercing damage. Holy shit.
Ouch.
That was maximum. But they don't reset, obviously. So these have come up out of the ground. You're grappled in that position. There's a held action there that we're gonna have to deal with.
Spikes here too.
And we'll deal with that held action in just a moment. Do you have an action? You just moved, right? So you just moved.
No, I dashed.
Oh, you dashed. No, you didn't. Did you complete your dash?
No.
Oh.
No. But did you
Going.
go into the second part of your movement, which would have been the dash part?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, yeah. All right. So there is a held action against you right now as
You get close.
a spear comes thrusting through, and
Well, these fuckers are on the wall.
18.
They're traps.
I guess.
That hits.
okay.
He's mad.
I was just.
It was his birthday and we made him sad.
4 points. 4 points
What
of
I'm-
piercing damage
ignoring
as
that
the spear does
making
manage to
Lair was
make contact
correct,
with you
which
through another one of those holes.
If you just waited like a minute.
1 second,
Our party is
please.
just we're
Yeah,
murder
yeah.
hobos. We create ourselves.
Is there anything that Kevin would like to do at this point? Or is that everything?
Actually, I'm gonna point my finger in that hole. Reaction. Whatever just
Hellish rebuke.
stab me gets a hellish rebuke.
You have to see it.
It does not say that.
Okay. If it doesn't say that, then
Does not say that.
whatever hits you takes
Dex,
the attack.
Dex save at 12.
All right. Fails.
11 points fire.
Okay. You're
Anybody got shattered?
and the big
I'm not using it.
flash of fire within
I have
that,
it,
somewhere
but
within
not
that
using
hole.
it.
You don't know how long it is, you don't know how deep it is,
Like-
but you do hear the sound of
I gotcha.
barking pain
Sorry.
as
You know, knowledge class?
a creature shouts out.
Specifically
And
targeted.
is that it from Kevar?
That is it.
Okay, kindling with Cinder. Kindling first. Can Cinder do anything at this point, or is it gone? Or
It doesn't say I have to see my. Yeah, no, he sticks around for now.
Okay.
It doesn't say I have to see him to command him.
but you have. Okay, all right.
Can he hear me? Is basically like.
Can it hear you?
Is this rock door?
It's a,
Sound pretty
it's a
airtight.
stone door.
Is it hermetically sealed?
No, but it's like it would be muffled, and you're 60 feet away.
Get close.
So it's not like you can try and get closer.
How close do you want to go?
I'll go the full 35 feet. Let's see what happens. Whatever.
All right.
Like,
And do you want to go through them? Because that'll.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2,
10, 20.
10, 20.
Make a dex save.
17.
17. Okay. So the floor falls out from underneath you. The planks, as you step on them, they feel like they're wavering. And as your weight breaks through them, your dex save manages to allow you to catch on to the edge of the pit. 30 feet below you, with your dark vision, you can see there are spikes underneath. Yeah, I'm gonna get that on the. But you managed.
I look disappointed that I didn't fall in.
You forget that
You can let go. You can let go.
I'm too focused on
So
my lord.
he's in this. Yeah, right. Well, on the other side, right here.
Oh,
He's
come
caught-
back.
So he's caught the edge. He's caught the edge, and there is a held action against you.
14.
is that
Poked in the tummy.
A held action from a
from a kobold?
a spear coming out of the wall, from a hole in the wall, and 15.
No,
That'll hit. Okay, so for
Is it a
you,
shove attack?
10 points of piercing damage.
ooh. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
No, sorry, 8 points of piercing damage. 8 points of piercing damage as it stabs you.
Did you get a little moist in there?
Yeah.
Is there anything else from kindling?
Yeah, well, I haven't done anything.
Oh, yes, true. Well, it seems like you've done a lot.
I'm gonna hope he can hear me, and with all my gravitas I can muster.
Lord Cinder, consume him.
That's my order for him to attack shit in that room.
So does it just attack whatever?
Well, if you can't see it, then probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just ordering it to attack.
Is this a, do you have to concentrate on it?
No, this is just like it's basically my wild shape. Instead of using my wild shape, I summoned a wildfire spirit.
Okay, and so basically it's just on its own back there?
It's
attacking?
not a spell, it's an ability. Yeah, he's on his own. Yeah, he only goes away if he loses all his hit points or I do.
All right, so he sees,
Or I dismiss him.
fuck.
For a minute.
So only Cinder, what is Cinder attacking?
Whatever's,
Whatever's in the room.
So he didn't see
So,
anything, he didn't see,
An asleep kobold, an awake kobold, and an asleep pseudo dragon.
He can see, he has
It's friendly to your allies.
He is friendly to your allies.
Is it able to distinguish it when
Well, it
it's...
just killed 2 kobolds, so it knows what kobolds are. Just ate 2 of them.
well, but can it distinguish between something?
It's friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands. I'd imagine since we've been traveling to a while, he
Maybe.
is familiar with my companions.
He won't attack the pseudo dragon.
No,
but if you're
I
talking
don't
about,
have an issue with that. But I don't know that it would be able to make a distinction between a dead kobold and a sleeping kobold.
Then
Its intelligence score is 13.
Yeah, so
It's smarter than average. I mean,
make an intelligence roll for it.
not 20.
yes.
Okay. So somehow
Should I use that on the...
this flaming creature can detect that there are 2 kobolds that are on the ground asleep,
Oh, got it. I see what you're saying.
and the little dragon, the pseudo dragon. But he wouldn't attack it anyway. So what's he gonna do?
Scorpion
The
guy
last
still
thing
in
I
there?
had to attack was the druidic kobold. Is
Right.
that one still awake?
There's nothing awake in this room.
Okay.
There's 2 kobolds asleep in this room.
It's
What
gonna
about the-
attack. It's gonna attack the last one it attacked.
Okay.
The druid kobold is still a kobold.
You have
But
advantage on
there's
that
3 in
attack.
there.
I have
aren't there?
advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't there one by the door and 2 in the room?
Same roll.
Wait, is it a range attack?
It is a ranged attack, but he's not within
They're
5 feet anymore.
They're prone.
Then I use my first roll.
They're both the same.
Oh, yes.
There's 3 in there.
There,
2+2.
yeah. Sorry, actually.
That guy's still there.
Then one of them's awake.
One of them is awake. This one's awake.
Then you're gonna shoot the awake one.
Sure. So 4 points of damage to the awake one.
Okay.
Didn't roll very high.
All right. So
And as a bonus action,
The wildfire was in there the whole time.
it was in there previous to the door shutting. Okay. So
He was shooting.
No.
no, Lord Cinder's in there shooting it. He's regurgitating lava spit.
He told me he hates when you call him that.
okay.
You lie.
And look, he blesses us with his children. As another little circle of fire opens above my head and little baby cinders fall onto my wounds and start cauterizing them all.
Okay.
Casting Healing Spirit.
While you're hanging on this pit,
I pulled myself up.
when?
Is that an action?
That's half movement.
I did. I used the rest of. Yeah, I barely used any of my movement.
You
I pulled
used-
myself up.
All right. All right. So you'd be in the adjacent space.
All right. Forward or backwards?
No, on the side. Well, backwards. Where you are now is exactly
Okay,
where you'd
that
be.
works.
So, yeah, because you're on that side of the pit.
So Healing Spirit is going to heal me for 5.
Okay. All right. So bug.
Action dismiss Barry. temporarily.
So what's that? Does he disappear?
He goes into a pocket dimension.
Okay, so he's out of there.
He's out of there for right now. And that's all I got for right now.
Okay.
That's all I can do. I can't see anything. And Bug would say, "It's too dark in here. Someone turn the light on."
Cinder.
Wasn't there fire out here somewhere?
On the other side of the wall. At this point.
There wasn't actually fire here. He cast Healing Spirit on himself. It's basically cure wounds on himself.
And there's a mound of writhing baby cinders near me and in your square too.
There. Oh.
It's a 5 foot. I mean, he's
So it's all three of these. Is everyone here eating?
everybody within a 5 foot cube. So
You two get some healing, spirit healing.
on their turn,
On their
turn
turn.
has to start. Yeah.
All right, so after Bug,
Is that only if I need healing?
a spirit comes out when you pull yourself up and standing where you are from the opposite wall through a small hole. Now you guys can see that the wall is riddled with holes all the way down, just passively. Now that you see what's going on, a 15
Yeah.
that hits
Yep.
for 5 points of piercing damage as you get pierced by a spear through another hole. Okay.
Just little.
And that's gonna bring up Snake.
Snake's cool. Snake's good. Snake's gonna go curl up next to a small child to comfort small child. So you get a rattlesnake is just gonna rattle at you in friend companionship.
Okay.
All right, we're up to the top of the round with Striker.
Yeah, Stryker sees all this shit going down and is like, okay, I see that I can't do anything useful. I'm gonna take a disengage as a bonus action and just start. Is it difficult terrain to move on these spikes?
Yeah, or through a companion, yeah. And currently,
Yeah, it's like a
Kevor's
roadblock
like,
here.
yeah, stuck on one.
Do I want to disengage? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll do disengage so the people can't stab me. And then that'll be this space. I assume I have to make a dex save to avoid spikes?
Nope.
No? Cool.
I already tripped the spikes.
No spikes in that space.
Do you have any
There's no
wounds?
spikes in his space either.
Do you have any wounds?
Do I have any wounds? Yeah, 'cause I
Achilles.
still have wounds.
So that's 6 points of healing as you pass through the writhing mound of baby.
Awesome. I actually feel almost all the way better.
Your skin sizzles and pops.
I feel exactly all the way better, actually.
Your wounds cauterize them.
So getting through kindling is difficult terrain, and then then you're faced with a pit.
Can I jump it?
Yeah, you can run and jump through the difficult terrain of your companion. What's your strength?
What's my strength? My strength is it's a number greater than 0. I think it's 15.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. You're going to be able to make that 10-foot jump if you choose to.
Then
Yep.
yeah, I choose to.
Okay, so as long as you have this, you need basically 10, 20 feet of movement, 25 feet to get to that space on the other side.
I'll use dash
Okay,
as an action.
all right. As you land there, make a dex save.
Cool. 15.
15. Okay, so
Wait, 1 sec. Let me just do math real quick.
Yep.
16.
16. Okay, so that's just barely enough. As the trap extends around you, the spikes come up, but they're unable to grapple you and hold you, so you're not affected by them. It's difficult terrain where you're standing right now because of the trap to avoid them, but you're not damaged or entangled by them.
Cool. And disengage says can't stab me for running past. So I don't know if that has any effect on the held action.
It's a disengage action, so I'll just let it go. All right, so anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
If disengage didn't work, then I would use bonus action dash to go
No,
faster.
you already used the dash.
I use dash as my action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's your part of your moving action economy. Okay, got it. No, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that's it for Striker. Bonk, you're up.
I don't think I can jump over that hole. I don't want to fall on the spikes.
With a running jump, you could, if you have a sufficient strength.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's a formula, right? It's not a roll for long jump.
Yeah, it's just a formula.
How long is the actual gap?
Sorry?
It's a
How
10
long?
foot gap.
10 foot?
Yeah.
So
So
anyone can jump.
everyone can do
Yeah.
it. As long as you don't have a negative mod.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's just your strength. For a 10-foot running start, I think it's just your strength score as a long jump.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
It's more about the movement.
Long
Yeah.
its feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet. First.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if, as long as you, and
Okay, so I can make
As
it
long
over.
as you've got 10
12 or
feet to move, you
5.
can jump a 10-foot pit.
plus the difficult terrain value, so it's 15 feet probably.
With our stats, it's literally impossible to not.
Are you damaged, Paul?
So for you to get to the other side, it would be 10, 15, 20, 25. You'd have to have 25 feet of movement.
I do.
Okay. And that's, you
And
have-
that puts me flush with the striker.
yes, that would put you on her right.
And she hasn't been poked yet. There's a poke.
And you don't know if there's any trap set,
poker
you know,
over
snare
here. That's true.
in that spot or not. So you can find out.
I could.
You could.
Let's find out. I'll go ahead and jump it.
Okay. You make the jump. You land on the boards, the dirt, the debris, the sand. No spikes go
Which one am I wearing?
flying up to trying to entrap you. But there is a held action spear that comes through a hole in that space. But I don't think it's going to hit with a 7,
No.
as you're able to avoid that.
Better not.
What are you doing now?
I'm done. Done right now. I'm done right now. Well, I don't know what happens in the next 5 feet. I need to
Okay.
leave some room for someone to jump over, right? No.
You're itching to use that. I know you are, Mike.
No, not that.
Oh, not that?
Nope, not that. Something else.
Anything else there, Bond?
Yeah, I'm gonna step in front of Striker into the space in front of Striker.
Okay, step over there. Make a dex save.
Friends.
As the spikes come up once more.
10.
10, no. You are grappled and you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So you and Kevar. Oh, that's sweet. The two of you are like grappled together, but so far apart.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's falling. Okay.
It's bonding.
Was there anything else you wanted to accomplish?
Can I see if there's a little hole next to me?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
I'm gonna shove the end of my great staff into it, block the hole.
You have an action to do that? You have your action
No, I
left?
didn't because I jumped right. Nope, never mind.
No, the jump is a movement.
Oh, then yes.
Okay, so at the same time as you're shoving your what?
Magical great staff.
Okay, your staff into it, a spear is coming through the other side with a held action. So,
Pose.
just make an attack roll. Bless you.
That is 11.
11. Okay, and so it was defeated by a 15. So the spear coming through comes in just before your staff. Would a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay, so your staff basically helps you to deflect that, so you're not hit by the spear.
Hooray.
But you use your action to kind of at the same time. Well, I don't know. It's a held action, just an action. I guess action economy, whichever goes first. If you wanted to shove your spear through it still and continue the action, you can.
Yeah, if it'll fit through the hole.
Okay, yeah, it's about 3-4 inch hole somewhere around there, and so you shove it through, and you're trying to hit what just hit you, what tried to hit you.
Correct.
Okay, and your attack roll was 11.
Yes.
Okay. You feel your staff going through, but you meet no resistance.
Damn it. It's like whack-a-mole.
All right, is that it for Bond?
Yes, that's it for Bob.
So Barry is in his. So nothing with him?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have. Alright, but then we have kobolds attacking. One on Kevar with a 17
Hits.
for 4 points, or 6 points of piercing damage. One on. Oh. This is on Kindling with a nat 20.
Oh no.
And the damage you take from the piercing is 14. Oh! Go down. No. All that?
He was having what the French call a little death.
Oh,
He didn't go down. He got up.
you got. Okay.
With more teeth. Or
Oh, it was one of those. Oh,
little death,
okay,
yeah.
got it. Wow. All right.
In all seriousness, it was extremely
more.
painful.
And then the third one was on
Yeah, they're gonna get triggered.
Striker.
Okay.
Ooh, not a net 20, but it's 23. Assume that hits.
Yeah.
For 7 points of piercing damage
7.
from
Okay.
the spear.
That's fine.
Okay, that's gonna bring up Kevar.
You injured?
You're grappled.
Yes, I'm very injured.
It's only 4, but
Kiva, I can't
Yeah.
see where I am. Just put your finger next to where my character is. Okay, thank you.
I'm just gonna I can put him back.
That's fine. I just needed to see where he was in relation to y'all.
He's standing on the spikes, right?
Okay, you can put it back. Gonna take a bead off my necklace, chuck it in that fucking hole.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, I'm gonna dive.
Just play it into his hand.
I know.
You just play it into his
Is that a
hand.
bead of force?
Huh? It is
Well,
not
I mean,
a bead of
it's
force.
not. It's one thing to throw a bead, okay, and just throw it. It's another thing to actually throw it through a complex situation. A complex situation is throwing it into a hole.
A complex situation that I'm right next to because the spear just came out and stabbed
yes.
me.
That doesn't mean it's.
It's right into his face.
I'm doing
It
this.
doesn't mean that it's not. That doesn't mean it's a high difficulty.
I see.
It just means that there is some slight difficulty.
DC 12.
That's,
All right, what am I rolling?
You're just rolling
It's too low.
acrobatics or athletics, either one.
He's throwing
It's,
it 10 feet away from him.
It's a DC 5.
Into a hole.
Don't
Into-
roll a
It's
fucking
not even
one.
10.
It's really, don't roll a fucking
wait.
one.
The spear hole.
And aren't you putting it into the spear hole right next to you?
Yeah.
It's a vending machine.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's how many times have you tried to put coins in a vending machine and missed?
Never.
I have been
Never.
covered.
Don't say this. No, that's bullshit.
Now I can swipe my credit
Doesn't
card.
matter. He did it.
18 plus.
22-year-olds.
18 plus.
Yes, easy.
6.
Sorry.
Turns out it's the easiest.
Sorry,
way.
you're a mental child.
Okay, so
You're like,
easy
what?
enough. You managed to get the beads through and into the other side. I mean, you don't know how deep.
Nope. I don't know if it's a closet. I don't know if it's an open.
Exactly. You don't know
space.
any of that.
Nope.
All you know is you're throwing that bead through that hole, which you managed to do, and you hear this explosion. Whoosh! And there's a jet of fire that comes out of the hole back at you.
I'm sure.
Okay. Now, make a dex save at disadvantage because you're grappled, but you're not necessarily going to take the full damage of a fireball
Well, yeah,
as
it's only a
it
fifth
explodes
size.
inside.
More concentrate.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, yeah, that's what. It's a bomb torch. Well, there's more space back behind, but so they'll be relative. Roll your damage. I'm not even rolling these fuckers' damage because it doesn't even fucking matter.
That is.
Unless they're red dragon kobolds.
Which they could be.
I swear to God.
That's why he doesn't need to roll for them.
That's right.
Because they're
They're
immune.
just gonna be like, fuck this. 3 more on your own beat that they can throw back.
I need to roll from because even if they
22.
still die.
22. Okay. So you managed to take 2 points of fire damage. from the jet that comes back at you, but you hear the crying and the howling of creatures beyond the wall. And not just right next to you behind the wall, but somewhere further distant behind the wall.
Do jets come out and burn all them too?
You see, you do see jets of fire coming out, all the other ones, but they're far less, strength, as far as their strength is concerned.
Okay.
That it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, that's the way it should be. So whatever devastation that you created back there, you may find out later. Is that it from Kevar?
Grappled means I have what? No movement? Half movement? How does that
No
work?
movement.
Speed is 0.
No movement.
Yeah,
All right.
speed is 0 and
And I use my action, so I can't ungrapple myself. So yeah, I guess I'm done.
all right. So then we have kindling with Cinder. How long does Cinder last?
An hour.
Fucking A. He's gonna wreck the whole place.
Yeah.
My healing spirits finally expire as the last few baby cinders heal my wounds.
Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna. The thing that's holding him, it's like a trap that came out of the ground. It looks like it's mostly wood.
Yeah, they're spikes.
Yeah.
That come up
Like a bear
like
trap?
a bear trap.
like a bear
style.
trap. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna produce flame at that, trying to free him.
Okay.
I rolled a 9. I had 7, so 6.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay.
Now your foot's trapped in that.
My foot.
Yeah.
I think they're trapped in the trap.
Who are you trust? Oh,
He's trying to
foot.
free his.
Okay, so his foot's in the trap that you just
Yeah.
The
incinerated.
trap that he specifically asked you if it was a wood.
It's wood, yeah,
Alright.
but your foot is flesh.
Yeah, yeah.
So he needs to make a dex save at disadvantage. What's his
damage?
Oh, I rolled max damage, so it's.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, 8.
14.
What's your spell save DC?
Oh, 15.
Woohoo! Well, he takes 8 points of fire damage, and yes, you achieve your objective. You incinerate the wooden trap that was grappling you. Free.
All of us in this party are very
Praise his name. Realize.
And consume them. He's gonna keep eating or shooting at people. He had 7 as well, so 25.
25 to hit a kobold.
Who you hit? Oh, inside.
It's his spirit doing it.
So inside,
The same one the one that was.
is there a way?
Probably.
Oh shit! I even missed his turn. God
That
damn
one's
it!
still alive.
No, I didn't. He's coming up.
Not the awake
You
one.
missed him. What'd you
No,
roll?
hit him. 25.
Oh, yeah, you
hit,
hit.
and 8 points of damage.
He
I'm sorry.
incinerates.
Yeah, 8 points of damage.
Nope, he's gone. So he
I'm
never.
gonna add that to my collection of kobolds over here.
Yep.
Can you hear their screams?
Family hear the screams.
If you passively, maybe Striker can and Bonk
Yeah,
just muffled behind that circular door.
you got him.
Bonus action, I'm done.
Okay, the bug. In the dark.
Action. Out of the pocket dimension.
You are
in hand.
you are no longer in the dark because both the wooden trap and my foot are on fire.
I'll give you this round. Of
Doesn't matter.
Visibility within
Action.
like 20 feet. Yeah.
Guy is back here. Oh, fuck! I can't even shake him away because that's also an action. Okay. That's all I got.
I heard if you drop somebody or if they fall, they automatically.
Yeah, but he has like 9 hit points. I don't know what's underneath me.
So when he goes back into his dimension pocket,
he just goes into a pocket dimension. It's a temporary dismissal.
well, what if he
An
was
action I can bring back.
injured? When you brought him back, would he still be injured?
He would come back with the same hit points, I would imagine.
Okay, so I mean, but there's nothing specific on that.
I'm reading it as the spell. He's still asleep because he didn't get fully dismissed.
Right.
He just
So-
went into a pocket dimension. And
Okay,
then
and then he appears back with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So all the effects are still
Yeah.
in play. So he's
You could wake somebody up.
all right. So
You gotta use your it says specifically sleep. You gotta shake him or slap him awake.
all right. So what's Snake doing?
Action.
Snake is still making.
Can Snake shake the dragon?
Snake is going to jump off of small child and jump onto pseudo dragon and shake it awake.
Okay.
It's an action.
Yeah, you're not All right, so you see Bug holding the sleeping pseudo dragon.
I hear commotion going on. I hear a very upset child, and I'm like, Snake, fix it.
And you put him. Snake is going to do this.
Snake, fix it. Yeah.
How's Snake going to get up? And,
I put Snake on the small child. And,
so it's going to be your action.
on Snake's turn, because Snake has an action.
Yeah. Okay. But so Snake is on the ground.
I put.
So
you
on your
can't do
turn,
it.
you would have to command Snake to do
Okay,
that.
then fine.
Yeah.
Then nothing happens.
And then on Snake's turn, he can do it. Yeah.
Then nothing happens.
All right. So.
Nothing happens then.
All right. So he's dead. All right. So. Okay. So the way we have it right now is we have an open pit that has spikes inside it. We have a completely dark corridor. We have Bonk, who's still trapped by one of the traps. We have Kevlar split on fire, and we have all kind of havoc taking place behind the stone door that rolled into place with this fucking cinder, which I need to have a little bit more information about because I'm not gonna have him wreck my whole fucking dungeon. Okay, well you guys just hang out here.
He's not as strong as me.
I don't know.
Just hit him.
Does he like admit heat?
It's the same thing I used with Chama, and
No. But I mean, does he admit heat? Like if something like
Not actively.
okay, so
only when he
just
shows up
standing
and when
there
he teleports.
I mean, it's warm to be around him. He's on fire, but it's not gonna.
calls for review, sir, and we will pick this up next time.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Gus. Sorry we fucked up all your plans for your pseudo dragon.
No, listen.
You're so
Listen, I strategized, and I had only one thing I could do.
I was wetting my pants a little bit because you were about to find out what everything behind the curtain was.
That's why I was upset more than anything, because I was like, if y'all just waited a minute, I would have been like, I would have actually started giving you info.
6 seconds.
Hey, I was waiting.
I meant a minute of real time.
Yes, that's
You don't get to be mad. You're clearly the golden child. Oh, when I play a class, review.
It's definitely up for review. Yes, it
I
was.
remember that.
It was a little bit, because Rabbit was just like,
No.
does this work?
He patted you on the head and said,
I've got my entire map right here. I think
He let me play a bugbear.
once.
That was the bugbear. Was this class?
Yeah.
but everybody else can't be a bestial class.
Oh fuck!
I was.
I love a challenge. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Next time.
Well, you
Holy
can
shit.
play Bonk next week too because I'm gone next week.
Now here's the one thing I want you guys to know. So, I had to do some particular calculus and thought determination. Now that the pit has been revealed, I was very concerned that the first one that might end up going into that pit was Kevlar. And I determined the velocity of Kevlar falling into the bottom of the pit was 44 miles an hour. Now, the average thrown object is between 30 and 65 miles an hour.
You were
So,
going to explode his necklace.
he fell into that pit and he wore a necklace of fireballs, wouldn't explode.
How far down?
And 30 feet. And because of that, would the fireball necklace know the difference between being thrown or falling? And I had to think,
argue
is
yes.
this sentient? But it's not.
I would
not
argue though,
sentient,
no,
but it's
because
magical.
to climb it, you have to block the
No.
and throw it.
In the magic
not
item
get
says you can throw the whole necklace. And so if he had fallen in there, it might have been a nuclear explosion of 4 beads.
All right, 4 fireballs going off simultaneously at the bottom of a pit.
And I was expecting, and I knew that there was going to be an argument.
That could have literally been a TPK.
I would argue that because not all sentient, a magic item doesn't have to be sentient to work a certain way, like with command words and things like that. So a fireball,
But it doesn't.
it doesn't have a command word, but it could just, as a magic item, acknowledge
But there's no
like
tune.
How could it know?
That's the thing. It's just a consumable.
it's magic. How do we have a talking chest
Fuck you!
in the main campaign?
Oh, that's what I'm doing. So you just remember that next time you get a necklace of fireballs. If you fall, all right, greater than 30 feet, 33 or more, you're fucked. 30 feet. FYI. All of you are on notice.